What's going on, guys? Oh my goodness. So we're going to come up early since Stream on Wheels ended early. I actually missed that because I was inhaling some food. But we are here to talk about Alaska and some of the complications that we had on the cruise, and just to kind of hang out and tell about our day, tell about our trip.
And since we saw all you fine people last, Johnny's met two new clients. So two different sets of clients. She might tell you a little bit about those projects coming up.
Yep.
But like Johnny promised, we're going to talk about Alaska, the Yukon, and Canada.
Yes. And first of all, I'm going to say hi to some people. This is Kelly's favorite part. I've already said hi to a whole bunch of people from the Dream on Wheels raid, but Thrifty Angela, hello. Linda Barker, hello. Van Vita Travels. Naj comes in. Sue is here. Ashley in early. Elizabeth, thank you for announcing the raid, that kind of stuff, throwing the links all the time. Matter of fact, probably need to be her moderator. Laura Kramer, Danny Griswold, good to see you, buddy. And so let's keep strolling. Van City Adventures and Christina. All right. So as most of you guys know from before, we had a cruise scheduled for next year in 2023.
Yeah.
Kelly receives all the email. I really don't do a whole lot with it, but Kelly receives all the email, and they're really throwing out some amazing deals. So we decided to go a year early. So we thought, we're going to save a lot of money. Let's do it. And since I'm still working from home, my schedule was pretty flexible. Kelly put in her request. It was approved. So we thought, let's do it. We're going to do it a year early because tomorrow is not guaranteed. And, but good or bad, you think that was a good decision or a bad decision?
The problems that we ran into this year, I really don't know that 12 months would have fixed them.
Yeah.
I mean, who knows how many more waves of pandemic we will or will not have. St. Louis, our hometown's back in the red zone. My first night back, my first set of 4 patients, 2 tested positive. So I don't know that staffing shortages, the economy, gas prices, COVID, I don't know if they're going away in the next 12 months. Right. What do you guys think? You think 12 months will be better? Type in better or no in the chat.
Yeah. So we went ahead and booked it, and we've been wanting to do Denali. I've been wanting to do Denali. That was probably in the top 5 bucket list items. So we went ahead and land and sea, took off, and had a rough start. We almost missed our flight out of St. Louis because of staffing issues. They didn't have enough TSA people to have multiple stations open. They had 2 open. It's 5 o'clock in the morning. And so then we were going to have to sign up for some special thing. It's called what?
It's called Clear. And thank you, baby Jesus, to the angel that works for Clear. Because Johnny and I stood in line for quite a while, and we felt like the line was moving. Then all of a sudden we get to this like stop, and we see all those rows of people, and our flight was going to board in 3 minutes. So we're like, let's do this Clear thing, 14-day free trial. You know, I would even have paid them whatever it was just to make sure we made our flight. We get over to the young lady. She wanted our boarding passes. We show them, and she's like, oh, I'm sorry. We won't be able to do the process and get you on your flight. And then she said, Miss Marla or whoever waved somebody over. They whisked us through and got us right into the line.
So that was the first. It was kind of like a bad thing that happened, but then we're like, how did that just happen? So we made it to the flight, which was perfect. Long flight. That is a long flight. We flew into Seattle, hopped right on another plane, flew into Vancouver, made it to the ship. The ship sailed at 4 o'clock. Kenneth, thanks for sharing it out. Made it to the ship at 3:30ish.
3:30, yeah. And that was okay. So the Vancouver flight, the Seattle flight was long, uneventful.
Yeah.
The Vancouver flight, I think, is the shortest flight I've ever been on. And we go to St. Louis to Chicago, and that's a short flight. It was like 26 minutes or something. Get to the Vancouver airport.
Customs.
Talk about a nightmare, like herds of people following each other around, not getting in line correctly. Guess who got tested? Guess who got picked out of line to get randomly tested for COVID? I did. I guess I have a warrant out for me in Canada because they said I was supposed to check some email. I go to check the email. It wanted some password. I didn't have no password. I hit reset, never heard a word from them. I have no idea if I was positive. I don't know. It was a nightmare.
It was a nightmare. So anyway, we got through customs, got on the ship, and we're like, we're here. We're finally here. And we get to our stateroom, and it's really nice. It's a balcony. It's a nice size room, really nice.
Room. Yeah.
And we're like, okay, land and sea, Canada, Denali, we're like super stoked. And then we get dressed up to go to dinner. We get down there, and the lounge, the special restaurant is completely dark. It's closed because they didn't have enough people. So I was like, oh my goodness. So it was kind of like very disappointing.
That was aggravating because I think I don't know, it's like $50 to $75 per person. It was free. It was included in our package. And we did it the first night because we're only on the ship 3 nights. The first night, the second night was the formal dinner. And the third night we were off the ship doing an excursion. So really that first night, Maddie, that was only the first thing we could do. And so then they canceled it, and there was like a 7-point email I sent to them just about the cruise and some hiccups with service. We don't want to bore you guys with all that, but then they act like, oh, well, you'll get a priority table the next night. We didn't get a priority table. We didn't get any table. So
yeah,
it was annoying.
Yeah, so it was annoying. So anyway, so we spent our time on the ship. There was only like 700 people on the ship. So that was kind of nice. We met some people on the ship, which you always do. That was nice. We kind of hung out a lot, ate dinner together. So that was nice getting to meet some people. And so then we get to Skagway. We like Skagway.
I love Skagway. If they had a hospital, I would totally want to be a nurse there. They have nurse practitioners and I guess PAs that run a clinic Monday through Friday. Johnny and I have zero desire to go back to school and incur that debt or time. So we would not be able to be medical professionals in Skagway.
Laura said, I'd like to take a cruise, but with my luck, it would be on the Titanic.
Oh, Laura. How funny.
And then, Mark Wolf, hello. Thanks for coming in. There's nothing as late. I went to Wendy's by me. They only had 1 employee there, so they had to close.
Sounds like everywhere.
We are like, we really don't understand it. And I don't want to get into it, but Skagway is very nice to see. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
the inside passage is nice. So we're on the ship, we're heading to Skagway. The major thing for me, I saw all kinds of whale on the ship, which I typically do because I really, really look for it. I love looking for the wildlife, looking for the eagles and that kind of stuff. So the inside passage, this is my second time there. I've seen whales both times. I did not see any orca. I was very disappointed in that. But we were supposed to stop, pull in, you just look, and then pull back out. Tracy's arm, it's a bunch of icebergs. It's really too frozen to really get in there, but it's like a bunch of icebergs.
Some people we met had paid for an excursion where they would have ferried off the boat to do an excursion and get back on.
Yeah, so they completely canceled it because they said we were running late. And then we got to Juneau early. So it was really disappointing because you really just drive by there. You drive in, they turn the boat around and come back out. So then we get to Juneau a couple hours early. So why was that canceled?
And the crazy thing was the people we met that had the excursion, it had got canceled before they ever left home.
Before they even left home.
So
it was crazy.
You be running late if you're canceling stuff a week early. So that was disappointing. We figure it was just another cost-saving mechanism.
Oh, Advanced Adventure, his dad died. He went to, it's been a little bit ago, but he went to get the death certificate. There was only 1 person there. He had to wait 5 hours. I mean, that's the kind of stuff. I was 4 4th in the line. So cool. It's called calving. I love that. Exactly.
Yeah, we missed out on that.
We missed out on it, but we did get to see that on the inside passes last time at Hubbard Glacier.
Yeah.
So I actually have a good shot on my Instagram of actual calving. I was recording it, and this huge like breakup. Oh, it was awesome.
Hi, Patty. Welcome in. Yeah, so that, unfortunately on the ship, it was basically one disappointment after the next.
Yeah.
And I came back home to work in 4 straight shifts in a row, and then it being Sunday, we went to the ball game as a family.
Yeah,
and
it's
then
been crazy.
I don't even know what day it is, and then I worked again. So I'm gonna call Holland America, and I have like detailed notes of different things. So we get off the ship at Skagway. We stay off the ship at that point. It transitions to the land part. We're in Skagway 2 nights. We love Skagway. And it was kind of funny, like par for the course. We were supposed to start off with a complimentary cocktail reception. Guess what was canceled?
Yep.
The reception. And that would have been nice because there was 37 people in our group. It would have been nice to kind of meet the different people, put names to faces, and it got canceled because of COVID. And it was crazy because there was probably about 6 out of the 37 that had mobility issues, like had a hard time doing steps. So they decide that we're going to do this meeting with information first thing up on the 2nd level with no elevator. So these poor people have to haul up there. And guess what it is? We're sitting in a lounge
in the
with a
lounge.
bar.
It was crazy.
And yet we can't have the cocktail reception. So that was pointless.
Real quick, I want to say thank you. Lisa's here, Sue's here, and Patty's here. Those are 3 clients and good friends. Cool. So just wanted to say hi and thank you guys.
Just went out this week, right? Sue's video was this.
Sue's video was this Sunday. And in the chat, it's Susan Miss. Don't call her Susan, call her Sue. So anyway, so it was kind of a disappointing, but as you guys know that have been following my Instagram, it wasn't all disappointing. No. We had some amazing photography. And so we got on, once we were done with Skagway, we got on a bus, and in Skagway, we took that train ride, the White Pass train.
And that was beautiful.
That was so incredible. That was so incredible.
Built for like the gold rush, where you go like from Skagway up to, I guess it's
Dawson, White Horse.
Or White Horse or whatever. So we went up, I think it was 42 miles round trip or 42 miles
Josie?
One way.
Yeah. I still need to catch up on so many videos the last couple of weeks. Yeah. Oh, it's been crazy. There were so many towns. We didn't have internet in Skagway, right?
Yeah,
no internet in Skagway.
None of the hotels had internet in your room. You had to go to the lobby, and there was 50 other people in the lobby trying to use the same internet that didn't work. So
so anyway, and then it's to a surprise to us. I didn't know about it. Did you know we were stopping at Emerald Lake? We really hadn't talked about it. Emerald Lake, that's the actual thumbnail that I used tonight, was one of my favorite stops. There's no photo editing. Here's Tom. Maddie, come here. No photo editing, no filter. Emerald Lake, if you ever are driving from Skagway to White Horse, stop at Emerald Lake. It is so beautiful. There's actually a there's a cabin there. So anyway, the drive was pretty nice. And there's a lot of history up there, a lot of the gold mining history. They tell a lot of the stories on the bus. It's just really, really interesting. So I did get to pan for gold. I found $42 worth. That was pretty fun. I panned in Dawson City and I panned in Fairbanks. Some of it was part of the trip. So, and then we had another steamboat ride we were supposed to go on, and it was canceled. They said the snow had melted too fast. It caused the waters to rise too much, and the boat couldn't get to the dock.
So this ticket, if you were not on this trip and you wanted to buy a ticket, it was either 89 or 39. I think 189, but let's just say 139. They gave us a $35 credit.
Yeah,
we were
was
so
ridiculous.
Mad. We thought, why don't you plan another excursion, or what are you gonna do with $35?
Yes. So they said it's a supermoon tonight. I did not know that. We'll have to
What's
take a check.
super?
When I was driving home last night, I went and did some work for a friend of mine, and on the way home, it was really, I thought it was full. Matter of fact, I tried to take a couple of pictures, and it was so like, kind of clouded over. It really looked spooky, but I could tell that it was almost or was in fact full. So
Laura's right. The panning for gold was really funny.
it was.
Fun. Johnny had a good time. She ended up getting $42 worth of gold. She put half in this little necklace for me,
Yeah,
and half in a necklace for her. And then my $9 that I panned, I put in this thing that's a magnet that's cute,
Yeah.
that'll go on the fridge.
on the
So,
refrigerator. Yeah.
oh, a strawberry moon.
Strawberry moon.
Cool.
Oh, how cool.
Let me
Yeah, a lot
see.
of people are coming back with saw the moon last night. It was amazing. Yeah. Yellowstone North Road is demolished.
Oh, yeah.
I heard it was.
Yellowstone's closed through
Yeah.
at least Wednesday.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
How
So
scary.
anyway, we met, part of just like the community here, like the people that you meet on the road, the people that you meet while you're,
On
like
the
me
excursion,
it's so much fun. It's so, we're going to go camping, I hope, in July with some people that we met on the cruise, real big
They're from North
campers
Carolina.
from
Yeah.
North Carolina.
I
So
think they camp in North Georgia though. And
they
I'm
do.
sure
They're
that
they camp about an hour away from Helen, Georgia.
So one thing that we discovered on this trip that was a good thing is there's this website called coolworks.com.
yeah.
And what it does is it puts together like seasonal employment. I'm sure any age person could apply. All the ones that I think we met might have been younger. Well, we did meet that one lady that was our age or a little older at the popcorn place. But it's a website, and these towns recruit people, the businesses, they pay them a good wage, they offer some housing. And the two servers that we met in Skagway that we just fell in love with at the Bonanza Grill, they were from Las Vegas.
Oh yeah,
And they
so
were
much
there.
fun.
Yeah, they were there
Yeah.
making their college tuition for the summer. So it was really cool meeting all the gig workers.
And not only that, but in the past, he went to Iceland.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like, I never heard about that. Bernadette Peterson is here. Hello. Big hugs to you guys. Yeah, so that was pretty cool. Guy found the gold. Yeah, the one person found like a big nugget. It was like, how many ounces?
I think 19 ounces,
Yeah.
they said.
Yeah. It's like thousands and thousands. Was it like $30,000 or something like that?
They had
75,000. The one, the other thing that I panned was 30,000. Crazy. So then we did that. Yeah. So, but the favorite of all, after we did all of our train rides, all of our different stops, we landed in Denali. How was Denali?
Denali that was the whole reason we did the trip. A long time ago when we first started planning it, we knew we wanted the max days in Denali. We weren't ever sure if we wanted to see the Yukon, but we didn't want to skip the Yukon and then later feel like, oh, we need to go back and do the Yukon. So we ended up doing Denali and the Yukon this time. And Denali was 3 days and it was awesome. It's a beautiful resort. It's a beautiful area. I mean, we really enjoyed Denali.
Not only that, but a lot of people talk about the Alaska weather, and we had out of all the things that went wrong, we had incredible weather for the entire trip. We had beautiful weather.
It was like 70s, no rain. The only thing we wish we would have had shorts because we had all long pants.
We took all
warmer clothes. I had 3 sweatshirts that I packed and never wore once. So
yeah.
The weather was amazing though.
Yeah, we took literally the totally wrong wardrobe, but yeah, I was fine. Got a haircut in Canada. Got a haircut in Canada.
No worry, folks. Don't worry about being early or late or whatever. We just
we popped up early.
So we just went ahead and popped up. So one thing we learned is if we're ever planning to go to Canada again, we need to make sure we get Canadian currency, because they would take our American money, but they would give us change in Canadian money. So by the time it's all said and done, you spend 50 to 75% more than you would have.
So not only that, so they took your American money 1-to-1 Canadian, which is a big loss right there.
So
your dollar
25% down.
Yeah. So you're like 25% down. And then they give you your change back, which they're taking all this American money in. How in the world they didn't have American money to get back to us is beyond me.
Yeah.
But they're just like double dipping every single place we went.
And it was our fault because we were lazy Americans and didn't think through. And a lot of them, see, this is how they got you. You couldn't use credit card. It was cash only.
Cash only.
So you couldn't even use credit card and figure it out later with your.
Because when we were in Skagway, they didn't even have any phones. Was it Skagway or Dawson? Dawson. No phones. No phones. So anyway, so we took an airplane ride. It was on a bucket list, like fixed wing. I can't remember what the plane was called.
Yeah, it was called a pilot.
Yeah, it's a fixed wing. It could seat 9, right? And there was 5 of us in the plane. There was 4 guests and a pilot. The pilot looked a little less than experienced. We were very, very scared when we first took off, kind of relaxed once we were up there. There's a lot of turbulence when you first start out. Denali was amazing from the plane. It was crystal clear. It was beautiful. We did that on our last day there. And then when we got on the train to go to Anchorage, we had all day long crystal clear views of Denali. So it was amazing. Despite this, did this trip rekindle your relationship? I'm thinking, hell yes, it was so worth it. Was it rekindled?
I didn't feel unkindled.
I didn't feel unkindled. That is pretty dishonest. Oh, I gotta go back and read that. Not your fault that you're criminals, that they're criminals. I know, it was terrible. If you do the math, we were probably out quite a bit of money in Canada.
Yeah, but like I said, we could have.
If we would have thought ahead of time, we could. If like that, we were going to be in Canada that long, we could have got Canadian currency.
Well, I think my thing was I just thought we'll use our credit card, and I wasn't sure what kind of international fees. Tell about that couple from Australia and their credit card issue.
So on our train, there was 2 people from Australia. There was 4 people from Norway. So every time they used their credit card, they got a international fee, and they got, because we were in Canada, they got also across the border fee or something like that. So like they were getting, like, say you got a $6 cup of coffee, it actually was $9. They figured it out. So then the one couple said, well, we just called our credit card company and they're going to credit us back. The other couple said, no, we talked to our credit card company, and that's just the downfall.
The fees they pay.
But they did have it was like a Visa debit.
It was only a debit.
It was a debit.
Yeah. So I think that was part of it. I guess the word of the wise is if you are going to travel internationally, which we really never do.
Yeah.
I guess look ahead to how that goes so you don't cost yourself.
Get the correct currency.
Medicine.
Get the correct currency and make sure that make sure you can use your cars or your set. Hello. Now, I will tell you, for anybody that's thinking about doing dinner packages, we did do the dinner package in Denali. We really didn't want to mess with figuring out meals. We just wanted to go sit down and be fed. We ate probably a lot nicer than we would have if we wouldn't have got the dinner package. Because the dinner package was kind of expensive, we decided to eat expensive. Things that we typically wouldn't order, we ordered.
Tell them what you ordered the first night.
I might have ordered a bone-in ribeye 2 times while I was there. I was there 3 days. I ordered that twice.
I don't know how many ounces it was, but if a person would have paid for it, it was $76.
I think it's 18 ounces.
It was $76 steak.
So,
and she got it twice. So
So anyway, but we did decide if we were going to do it again, we would not get the dinner package, because even if we would have ate like we normally do every day, we wouldn't have hit that number. We wouldn't have hit that number.
3 meals. We wouldn't get up and have breakfast and then also pay for a lunch and then have a nice dinner out. We normally would get up and have breakfast, not really have anything for lunch, and then have a nice dinner. So and the dinner package included this horrible show, an all-you-can-eat buffet.
Oh,
the food was cold and awful, and that was one of the meals. That was one of the dinners. So we wouldn't do the meal package.
But
we didn't know. We didn't know what we didn't know.
So anyway, any questions about Alaska? I mean, I don't know what you guys would have, but if you're planning a trip, any questions or any van life questions, van business questions?
We met quite a few different groups, just like at bars or restaurants, not on our tour, of course, that they flew into Alaska and rented an RV.
Yeah.
And then had 2 weeks in Alaska just doing their own thing.
Renting
and that's
RV.
exactly what we think we would do next. Even though we love goat, the time and money it would cost to get goat to Alaska.
Right. And we talked to somebody that they had a truck pulled their camper up there. It did so much damage on the truck, pulling the camper into Canada and up through Alaska. They sold the trailer before they came back home. They did not, they were done. They sold their RV in Alaska and came back home. Not intentional. They weren't going there with the hopes to get rid of it. That was like, it did. I can't remember what they said it did to their truck, but it was the wear and tear on the truck and the gas hauling it. They're like,
the gas getting there and the gas getting back would probably cover the RV rental. So Ann asked, how was the meal package? And Felix asked, would we tent camp in Alaska? So the meal package was good.
How much? How much?
Oh, how much was it? $79.99 per person
a day. Oh, no.
It's $3.99 per person. So it's $798 for both of us for 3 days. So
and we honestly, I did the math because I wanted to know. I wanted to, like, is it worth it for next time or another trip maybe? And we ate just a little under $800 worth of food.
Yeah, and we
because the one meal
spent that
ever. The one meal was $187. We would, and it doesn't include drinks. We would never have ate $178 meal.
No, we would have just got the more modest entree.
Hey Lisa, how's it going?
So about another question. The wildlife in Alaska, I don't know. I'd probably want to be one of those places where they, set up the tent and we know we're safe. I don't know. But they have some big moose and bear up there. I don't know.
But you can backcountry camp in Denali. You can get a backcountry permit and just tent camp anywhere in Denali. 300 yards off the road. Wasn't it 300 or was it 100 yards off the road? So that's typical. I mean, even in state parks, it's up like 100 yards. So you can't be able to visualize the road. And honestly, being in Denali, where we were at, we went into the park twice.
Yeah.
Both times, we kind of knew, the driver kind of knew where the wildlife hung out. And we went there. So if you're going to backpack, obviously don't stay where the bears are. But obviously there's 350 bears in Denali. There's like 325 doll sheep. So anyway, or maybe there's more, 1,500. There was 325 something.
So Mark asked a question. I don't think it's too personal. Ask what we paid. So we found people on the trip that paid more than us, and we found people on the trip that paid less than us. So we paid $32.65 per person for the cruise and the land tour. Then the $799 meal package was on top of that, but it was optional. And our airfare was $2,400.
The airfare was
both of us, so $1,200.
Yeah.
And the airfare, I think it was just a combination of pent up travel, supply and demand, with COVID kind of getting eased up. And we live at this part of the country. We're going to the other part of the country, international taxes. It was just a lot. The airfare kind of surprised me how much it was. But $32.65 for that trip is good, because when we were planning our cruise in the 2018, we really wanted to do the land and cruise, but then it was $5,000 or $6,000 a person.
Yeah.
So we paid $3,200 a person. So we felt like we saved.
Yeah.
Airfare.
It's a once in a lifetime. I agree. It's a once in a lifetime trip. Now there was a question about crossing the border with a gun. And when we crossed the border, they literally climbed on the bus. Now we are on a tour bus, so most of us flew. And they just said, they walked down the aisle, they checked everybody's passports. They didn't check our bags. They didn't check
Oh, he
anything.
just came on. Yeah, he just came on the bus and walked back and forth. And
we just had to hold up. We had to
passports,
hold up our passport right next to our face. That's all he did. But we were on a tour bus that enters their country all the time. So I don't know if I imagine that you might be able to, I mean, what's the odds of having your entire vehicle searched? So I don't 100% know about that, but we'll talk more about that because I did just do a project where I was concerned, like, do I need to, make a place to hide a gun?
I think somebody asked how long. It was a 13-day trip. So you can say 2 weeks.
Yeah.
13-day trip. And we flew in the day we left, which we're not sure if we do that again because we felt like we missed a whole day on the ship. But we didn't have a hotel the night before, which saved us money. So kind of not sure what we would do next time on that. But yeah, so for 13 days, I don't know if you divide it out. Usually cruises are a pretty good deal, but it was just, again, the service hiccups with the staffing shortages and things getting canceled and not feeling like we were really very honored about compensated it.
It was all in all, when you talk about the whole trip, more good things, more, the friendships that we made, we had, I don't know how many people we had, like, gave us their card. If you're ever in, near us, you've got a place to stay, yeah. So we met all kinds of people. And of course, the only thing I wanted to see, whale, I wanted to see bear, moose. I got all that. I didn't get a bull moose. Yeah, I didn't get a bull moose.
Why is there not a bull moose?
Bull moose have horns. Cow moose don't.
We saw mooses with antlers. We didn't.
Not a rack. Not a big bull.
I thought we did.
And I did not see an orca. It's so funny. We went out on a cruise in Juneau. Some people saw orcas. The boat we were on took us to a different spot. We didn't get to see them. So it's aggravating because those people know where they're at. They know where they're at.
That's a whole other story.
There was another question. I think you can get guides. I think you can hire guides to go backpacking with you. I know that it's probably a little expensive.
Well, I imagine those guides are the same people.
Guides for tents camping.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. I imagine those guides are the same people that do it for the tour companies, and on their days off, they freelance it for themselves. Yeah. I did have the Arrive Canada app on my phone for the border crossing. I did.
The Arrive Canada. We did. It was easier. It was just easier. Don't try to smuggle a gun through Canada. It's a terrible idea of disregard to a foreign country's law. That is true. If you got caught, you would banned from Canada for life. It's true. It's a very good point. It's a very good point.
I don't know, back in the olden days, airports and bus terminals used to have those lockers where you could lock stuff up.
I don't know.
I don't know if there would be a place to lock stuff up. So
the odds of you coming and going through the same gate, I don't know. Any comp for the issues.
I haven't made the call yet.
Yeah, she's got to make a phone call.
I sent an email and they never responded. So that made me happy. Ooh.
Yeah. The one thing is that we think that we'll probably get some kind of a compensation is because all the cruises after ours were canceled. So,
well, not all of them. We don't want to say that, but I found a blog article that I thought was reputable, and it said that they're canceling tours like ours because they don't have enough guides and staff, and they were giving those people 100% refund plus 100% credit. So here we paid for ours, didn't really get any compensation for all these hiccups. So I just need to have time off work where I can make a phone call.
Right. Hey, Casper.
I think I work tomorrow, but during the day, so I'll be able to call tomorrow maybe.
Right. Boardman sent me. Yeah, so we'll see. We'll see.
And it's one of those things, like, when we were talking about coming on and talking to you guys tonight, I feel like I'm being negative Nelly, but I'm just being honest. We spent all this money, just shy of 10,000 for this once in a lifetime trip.
And there were so many things.
The one thing I learned is I would definitely do Canada not necessarily Canada. We would do Alaska our own way next time. I picked up all kinds of brochures, and there's this place where orca live in this like bay, and you can rent these little cabins, and we would do Alaska different. I want to get my experience in the ER, and I want to go work in Fairbanks for 6 months out of the year. I actually want to be an Alaskan resident and get that money that they get paid.
Right, right. Deborah said she went horseback riding through Denali Park.
Oh,
That
Denali
would
Park.
be pretty
Well,
cool.
that was the other thing. Like
There's
all these people in Denali had all these excursions they had booked, and
and
things were getting canceled left
yeah,
and right. We were so surprised. The 1 minute that there was rain was we went at 7:30 at night for our plane ride. We didn't tell them about that yet. And that morning it had rained, and we don't have very good luck with our flights going through. We had a
yeah,
problem last time we went to Alaska, but we did get to go. So
you
go ahead and
did.
tell them about the flight.
I told them about the flight. Didn't I
Oh.
tell you guys about the 6-wing?
Oh,
The
the
turbulence was terrible.
Oh,
You
I
know,
thought we were gonna die.
you know, when they come around Denali, the mountain, they come around so that the people on the right get to see it really good and the people on the left get to see it really good. So they're flying by the mountains over here. I guess the mountains over here. They're flying by. They turn around and they come back this way so the people on the left get to see it. Well, then we're heading back, and there's a huge glacier up there, right off of Denali. It's huge. I couldn't even tell you how wide it is. So they kind of the airplane kind of does a hook, and he comes like that. I mean, he just like
was so close to it was on my side.
It was
You
on her
come
side.
so close to the mountain. And the good thing about this plane, they said they were built in the 1970s. I think they're called a pilot chief or something. They were built in the 1970s and 1980s, which I didn't really need to know it was that old. And every passenger has a window because it's like 2 seats on either side.
Yeah.
So it was the captain and I think an empty row, the ladies from Australia, us, and then like a couple of seats behind us. 9 people would have fit on there all together. But so we had a great time for the plane ride. I had no downs about the plane ride. I mean, that was something we booked on our own. We didn't go through anybody for
It was
that.
perfect.
So.
It was perfect. Yeah. How much do you think we spent in tips?
Oh, you would know because you tipped.
Yeah.
We had it worked out. She had finalized a van before we left and had X amount of money above and beyond bills, and I had done the meal package, and so she said a lot of times I do the tips.
I think we ended up with like $600 in tips. It was crazy.
Yeah,
it was
crazy. Really, honestly, when we stay on a ship for 7 or 10 days, we tip really big to the wait staff and the bus or the stewards, the room stewards. So,
Dee said, I guarantee I wouldn't have as good of an attitude as you did after the trip. Well, we haven't talked to Holland America yet. We were very displeased with Holland America.
Yeah.
And this is our 4th cruise with them.
Yeah.
And we had all good stuff to say about them until this one.
And I think they're caught between a rock and a hard place.
Hey, Newman.
They're trying to create revenue. They're trying to cut corners, maybe where they think people won't notice. And, and honestly, so we learned about this. So this is like a cruise tip. And I know Blaine's a big cruiser. Griswold's a big cruiser. So if you guys have ever heard about this, put it in the chat. So we met this man. He was so nice. You met him a couple of times. He was a widower. Oh, what's funny?
Somebody thinks this is A1 sauce. It's A1. It's A1.
It's Bud Select. It's a Budweiser product that I can only get in St. Louis.
55 calories.
99.
Oh, 99. Oh, it's Bud Select 55.
This man that she met that was so nice, he was telling us if you have 100 shares in Carnival Cruise Line, when you book a cruise, you fax the share statement. He keeps his shares just in like a Ameritrade account just by itself, so it's not all mixed in his portfolio. You get a shipboard credit. So depending on how much you book or what kind of trip, I think this time he got a $250 credit.
He
did.
He
said it's never less than 100. I just looked at their stock today. It's 9 something a share. So for $900, and then over time you keep owning that stock and you get that credit each time. So I'm going to be buying.
Really said they have that on Carnival too. It seems like it would be a good deal.
Carnival owns Holland. So
Anne said,
Blaine, how much credit do you usually get on your cruises?
With
just
your 100 shares.
Numbers out there. Yeah.
Yeah. Anne said Dee would never go because she won't get on an airplane. We know that she will not get on an airplane. So it's been kind of crazy getting kind of back into. I did a quick project. It turned out so cool. I did a 1-day project when I got home. we got home on the 7th, and I had it arranged that a couple ladies were coming up with their Road Trek Zion, and I was going to do a project for them one day. And so we got it done. Then they came back the next morning just to say goodbye, to do a little tour. And really,
that video is going to go up Sunday.
It's going to go up
amazing.
Sunday.
I can't wait for you guys to see it.
It was a super project. And I kind of, like Maryland was, just like a 10-day project. This one was a 1-day, 2-day project. Kind of enjoyed that. Got another one maybe in Oklahoma. So kind of liking the quick ones. And then my next build arrived today. But I had 2 days where I literally had nothing to do. And it was the weirdest feeling. I did see some yard work, cleaned up the garage a little bit, but weird feeling. I think 250. Yeah.
Yeah,
for 100
250.
shares.
Yeah, sounds good. So if you figure 100 shares right now cost $900.
Laura said she doesn't fly. Becoming Bev is here. Thank you for coming, Bev.
4 cruises, you'd be even. Thanks for being here,
Yeah,
Bev.
thanks, Bev.
So in 4 cruises, you'd be whole and still have the stock. So I want to say something.
Yes.
And I am drinking.
Oh no, here it comes, guys.
So we came back the 7th, and I worked the 8th, 9th, 10th, picked up the 11th to help my coworkers out because they were short. Went to the ball game on the 12th, sweated my entire body weight out after drinking more than I should have at the all-inclusive drinking. And then I slept a little bit one day. I slept a whole day. Then I went to work again, and then I got up today after 4 hours of sleep. So hi, you guys.
So Blaine really put a breakdown in there of his cruise credits. That was pretty cool. RV Underway, thank you for being here, Ricky. Appreciate it. So yeah, updates on the neighborhood complaints.
Oh, no update.
So let me tell you,
Is there an update?
No, there's no updates. So we haven't heard anything. But here's what we didn't do, and right or wrong, it's what we decided, and we had to be okay with it, is the HOA told us if there's any delays in getting the property, make sure that you keep us informed. Well, I didn't want any correspondence while I was on vacation. So I still have to write them. For those of you that don't know, the land, we were supposed to close on the 11th. And on the 5th or the 6th, they called us and said the title has a lien on it. It's a tax lien and it cannot be sold. There's a waiting period. It's a grace period, like the owner can pay the back taxes and try and get the land back. So we're back looking for land. We did have a couple of people kind of send us some stuff. Becoming Bev, her daughter sent me one, or she did. And I was talking to some friends of ours. It was on the market 5 days, or it's either 5 days or 6 days, and it was sold.
1 day. It was the most beautiful piece of land. Yeah. It was $169,000. It was a good acreage. It was a good location, not close to us.
39 acres. 39 acres with water.
Maybe 59.
39.
It had a natural spring. 39. It was beautiful, but we don't have 169,000 we can just cough up because Kelly keeps signing us up for $10,000 vacations.
And it wasn't that. It wasn't so much that as it was.
We didn't have our.
It's an hour and a half. It was an hour and a half from here. And for me, it was be okay, but for Kelly commuting, because we really do want to find a piece of land that we can put a place on. But so anyway, we're back to looking. I let Missy know you're looking again. Awesome.
So
awesome. Thanks, Bev.
I've been a nurse in the ER. I've been on orientation. What would we say, a month?
Yeah.
I feel like a month. So I want a good 2 solid years of experience so that I can travel. And I really do want to be an Alaska resident. I do.
But guess what? And people say, oh, do you ever think you'll get back into nursing? Denali National Park has staff. They have nursing staff, obviously, in the park.
In the park, yeah.
So, that would be right up my alley. So you can go to Fairbanks. I'll go to Denali. We'll get a place in the middle.
Just be with you.
Yeah.
So the interesting thing, it was an ad for Denali, and it was for a nurse practitioner, which again, we're not, either of us are running on that road. But what it was is they work 3 weeks and they're off 3 weeks. So I guess people fly in and then fly out or whatever. But I really seriously want to be an Alaska resident. They get that pipeline money, and then also there's no state income tax. and it's sun for 6 months, and then the 12 months I'll go live in Arizona. Where is that I like in Arizona? That Lake Havasu?
Lake Havasu.
I love
Lake
that
Havasu.
place.
Yeah. Live in Lake Havasu 6 months and then in Alaska 6 months. That would be sweet.
To have a residency and to be a resident of Alaska, you just have
6
to
months.
do 180 days. I can do 180 days.
I got a cough. I slept with the ceiling fan on. It's been 102 degrees here. I slept with the fan on and it like got my throat. So I'm drinking orange juice.
Yeah, no, she's drinking Malibu and pineapple orange drink.
My cruise drink.
So yeah, her cruise drink. Her drink came home with her. So we did. I mean, we really, really, really did have a great time. Oh, did we tell them our favorite part? The railway part. The car. Did we talk about
on the way home?
Yeah.
I said we had a clear view of Denali the entire way.
Oh, I don't know if that was true.
Yeah.
But we did this train with the glass dome top, and this man, he was amazing.
Hey, Patty.
His name was James. He's a retired school counselor. He was a social studies teacher before that. He just started May 14th being a tour guide.
Yeah.
He was amazing.
Yeah, he was fun.
He had moved there from somewhere. I guess he had married a Native Alaskan woman person, and he had children that are native of the different tribes. He had all these different artifacts. He had her muck boots. He had a thing with all this different fur of the different animals, like beaver and caribou. We got to feel the fur. He was passing all this stuff around. And here, meanwhile, we had a couple in our group just test positive for COVID. And I thought, he's passing all this stuff around and everybody's touching all this stuff. I thought, well, when he's going to test positive for COVID next?
We got on the bus the last day and he's like, 19, 20, 30, 31, 32. And we're like, wait a second.
We're supposed to be
We're supposed to have 37.
And there was 35.
And he's got his mask on and he says, well, do you remember? And so some people in our group they tested us in Dawson before we left Canada to come back into the US. And they didn't test. That's the only time they tested us. We had to get tested before we flew.
We tested before we flew. I had to put the things in the Holland app and the Canadian app.
Oh,
they pulled me out at They pulled me out at the airport, and then we had to test to come back to the U.S.
Yep.
And then the night before we left Denali, this nice, sweet lady from Washington D.C. She was so sweet.
Yep.
We had talked to her several times, sat next to her on the bus several times. She got tested. And I guess she was positive. So they had to quarantine 4 more days in Denali. And we're curious, like, how does that work? Like, you can't leave your room. The service is horrible. So who knows if they even bring you a sandwich?
I don't know.
You know, who knows?
Passing the beaver around.
Do you have to pay? Do you have to pay for the 4 days?
I don't know.
I don't really know.
Maybe Holland does. Free taxes and no taxes in Tennessee. We knew that.
Yeah, but Tennessee is not Alaska.
Hi, Shelly. Good seeing you. Long time no see.
Anchorage has better weather than Fairbanks. Tell them what else Anchorage has.
Anchorage has.
The lady got attacked in our group.
Oh, one of our ladies got.
Hi, Shelly.
So one of the ladies in Anchorage. They've got a whole lot of homeless people in Anchorage. Whole lot. They're everywhere.
The only that we saw.
I've never seen that many homeless people in one city.
One place,
The lady went outside to smoke. She was the only one in our group that was a smoker. Her husband was inside. She went outside to smoke, and 4 guys surrounded her because they wanted a cigarette or something.
This one guy came up to her and wanted a cigarette, and her husband, they just kind of ignored him because I guess that's what they do in their hometown. Well, then he got more aggressive and he's like, I'm talking to you, and got really in her face.
Yeah.
Well, her husband normally carries, he's ex-military, but with everything, he just had a knife on him, and he was like thinking, do I need to pull this knife out? Well, then in the meantime, these 4 teenagers on bikes saw what was going down, and they swooped in on their bikes, kind of like the Ninja Turtles, and separated them. And they said, go back in the hotel, you guys, we got this.
Yeah. It's crazy.
So after that, I was like, I do not want to work in Anchorage. Maybe that was a bad introduction to Anchorage. But I love Fairbanks. From the minute we touched down, we went to see Santa Claus.
Oh, we went to see Santa Claus. We did.
Yeah.
We did. We went to the North Pole.
Yeah,
That
we
was
saw
pretty
reindeer.
fun.
Oh, this is where I got my shirt. It says, well, it says the North Pole. North Pole. North Pole, Alaska.
North Pole,
Yeah,
Alaska.
I loved Fairbanks. Like, I couldn't have loved it more.
But there was some reason why we weren't going to work there. I can't remember.
I had no reason to not work there.
And we had a good meal there too. Met some nice people there. That was fun. All right, let me see.
Oh,
That's
we ate
awesome.
reindeer.
Some kids are good. Some kids are looking out. We finally, after 2 years, came down with COVID. Oh, and a sinus infection.
Who's
Oh,
that?
bummer, Ann. Well, I hope you guys are feeling better. Oh, message Megan. Message Megan.
We met Santa.
We met Santa. You got it. Yeah, right there. There you go.
We met them.
There's Santa Claus. Yeah, it was a fun trip. Fun trip, crazy trip. We call Megan and tell her that I'm on the live stream. Yeah, so or just message her. Tell her I'll call her back. Yeah, so it was a fun time. Fun meeting Santa, fun going to the North Pole. There's only 2,000 people that live in the North Pole. I want to see Santa. Oh yeah, yeah.
We met reindeer. We met the reindeer, and Rudolph does not live with him full time.
No,
he did not have a red nose.
No, none of them had red nose.
Somebody here might have taught me this. No drone footage. We didn't even take the drone, Shelly, because we're used to on cruises and stuff. You can't even put it out.
Yeah, you can't fly it half the time. So you carry it around with you for 13 days, and nobody will let you fly it. So we left it at home.
It's a lot of hassle.
Yep. So anyway, what else? It was a exciting trip.
When we got back home, so we found out that the really nice lady from Washington D.C. had COVID, so her husband didn't finish the last day with us. And on the train from Denali to Anchorage, everybody was coughing. It was like everybody had kennel cough. And I usually have a dry, hacky cough. This was a wet cough, so it was a different cough to me. So the first thing I did when I got home to St. Louis is I went and got tested for COVID because I had to work that night. I was negative. I guess good. Maybe it would have been a 7-day vacation with pay. But
with pay?
Yeah.
You had enough vacation.
Oh, there's never enough vacation. You guys tell her there's never enough vacation.
No, and sometimes after you've been gone for so long, you just want to be home in your own bed, your own pillow. Our pillows were so firm everywhere we went. I just wanted my down pillow. I hated all those pillows. How owns all the hotels you stay in throughout the whole trip? So it's all the same shower curtain, which sucked. One place had a good shower head. All the rest of them sucked. The pillows sucked. There were some good things, but I mean, they were clean rooms. She's a princess. They were clean. Yeah, it was fun. It was fun. You know, when you go to a hotel that's got a good shower head, you just want to stay there forever. That was the first night. Skagway had the best shower. I love Skagway. If Skagway had a hospital, I would want to work there. There's never enough vacation. You're exactly right, Beth. You see her, she was just on a sailboat, manatee, dolphin. It was amazing. Oh, manatee. Yeah, winner. I've always had a wet cough. We cough. Mine is new. She's got a chronic cough. Maddie, no. You need a vacation from your vacation. I'm telling you what, I learned it early on, probably years ago. When I take a vacation, I come home and I never work the next day. Never work the next day because there's all the laundry. You got to go grocery shopping. I just, no. Code word Alaska. And I learned when you come back from vacation, make sure you work the first day because then the other person has to do all the laundry and the grocery shopping. No, she did the laundry. I helped with the laundry a little bit and I grocery shopped today. Yeah. Tell them what we're doing this weekend. What are we doing this weekend? We're going to Wisconsin. Guess who we're going to see? Some of our favorite people. No. Santa Claus. Tell them who we're going to see. Some Les of our favorite people. Les and Bernadette. So Les and Bernadette are the ones that had their van out in Arizona. I put some windows in for them, did a tour of their van, and after being out on the road for like 6 months or so, they decided to go home to Wisconsin, pack up the house, put it on the market. They sold it immediately, and they are now closing tomorrow. Break open the champagne. They're closing tomorrow. So we're going up there. We're going to meet them. We're going to meet them up a little distance from Chicago,
Oh, Patty sent you
and
photos.
hang out with them for a couple of days. So
Yeah,
and
Wes and
then
Bernadette we love.
yeah, we do.
And there's gonna be a party, and we get to see Bernadette's brother Paul, who I don't think I've
Yeah.
ever met.
You haven't met Paul.
That'd
He
be cool.
cleaned these solar panels. If you saw that video.
Aw.
Wine. Alaska. I did the same thing. Got back from a vacation and 1 day of laundry. Absolutely, that's crazy. I've always wanted to visit Wisconsin Dells. Me too.
We've
I
never
think
been there.
I think I did as a child sometime because my mom's sister lives in Wisconsin, but I don't know if I've ever been to the Dells. I don't remember them if I did.
I never been there as far as I know, but my favorite aunt went there and she brought me a souvenir. That's kind of like being there. I was 7.
Patty is packing up the house, hitting the road. Coming up my way then. Oh, awesome, Floss. Yeah, we're gonna be 55 straight up through Illinois, and then once we hit Chicago, we'll shoot northwest, and we're right across the border. Not even as far as Milwaukee.
I worked the night before we leave, and I put in for like low census or to get off early if we don't have enough crazy people come into the ER. And you anytime you want low census though, you never get it. But we're talking about me sleeping on the bunk as Johnny drives. I'm not sure. We're not sure. I'm not sure about that. Because if there would be like a sudden stop, I would be a projectile.
No,
And I feel like
no.
that sounds like an ortho surgeon
No.
would be in my future. So
She's
I
at
don't know about that.
Joliet. She's at Joliet. Yep.
Joliet.
That's
Oh,
happening
wow.
here too. Packing and yep, living in the van for a while. That is so awesome. Are you still painting? Are you still painting? I'm closing on July 1st with my house, going on the road full time. Can't wait. Headed to New Hampshire first and then Maine.
Is that Patty?
No, that's in Aggie Hall. That would be awesome.
Oh, we love New Hampshire and Maine.
I kid you not. Kelly, the very first time we met in like June, her birthday's in August.
August 29th.
Her birthday's in August. I flew to Boston, right? No,
Portland,
Maine. I flew to Maine, met her there. We took a 15-day road trip. And when we were driving through New Hampshire, I said, I could live here. It was beautiful. And then, of course, Maine is beautiful.
We went out on that beautiful
Vermont is beautiful. Cruise. Connecticut is beautiful. I loved
Maine.
Yep. We love the Northeast.
We went up to that Cadillac Mountain.
Yep.
I really wanted to get married there, but Johnny wanted the kids at the wedding, so we couldn't get everybody to Maine. But I really wanted to get married on Cadillac Mountain.
I'm horrible like that. Is she okay?
Is who okay?
Megan.
Oh, I didn't hear back.
Woohoo! Happy last hour on 25th Street. Yeah, has changed. Oh, Wisconsin Dells has changed so much. Is that kind of like is that like a family thing now?
It's probably like Branson.
Yep, we'll do. Let's see here. You can always stop by me when you're in Wisconsin. Are you in the southeast side?
All the people,
we're going to be in the south, very southeast side.
All the people that are saying we could stop and see them one way or the other, we probably need emails with details.
Yeah, just email me.
With details.
Yeah, email me. I'll put my
Guess who's going to be on the trip with us?
Maddie,
tell them what Adam did.
Oh, my son so he's got an adult job. I think most of you guys know I was proud of my son. He got an adult job. Now he's got an adult car. Well, he had an adult car before, but it was used. He bought a 2022 Ford Bronco. So super excited. You're always proud of your kids when their dreams are coming true, something like that. Yeah. So I wanted to get married here so my kids could be here. So Johnny, stop by my house so we can meet you. I'm in by Rockford. I close on my house June 22nd.
I can't find a good picture of his Bronco. He's got the Bronco Sport.
How far are you off of? Laura, send me an email. Maybe
we would love to meet any subscribers anytime. Yeah. Like that would be awesome.
Yeah, we'll meet up. Yep.
So this is his first new car. He had 2 different trucks, 2 different Ford trucks. So he's super excited.
How about one big meetup? That sounds like an idea.
Oh, we're having the meetup. Yeah, tell them about the meetup. We're doing the
Well,
meetup.
we're doing a meetup September 9th. You guys know about
9th,
that.
10th,
September
11th.
9th,
I'm
10th, and
definitely
11th.
off work. We're definitely
Yep.
doing it then.
Oh, JLo's 15 minutes from New Hampshire. I love it there.
We love the Northeast.
Yeah, Floss. We'll have to send me an email. Maybe we'll figure something out.
Try to figure something out.
Figure something out. Even if it's just like a 30-minute stop and we hang out and have a Coke or ice cream or something.
She loves ice cream.
Oh, congratulations on the Bronco. You know, anytime my kid, he had a F-250, F-150. He had a truck and it made a noise.
Oh, the most recent.
It was like a ticking noise or something like that.
It sounded.
It was so.
It sounded
it kind of scary.
Day,
when he took us to the airport to go to Alaska, I was like,
we're always afraid.
Yeah, I'm always afraid. So I'm super excited. He goes, Mom, you want to go for a drive? He hasn't let me drive it though. That would be great. That would be great. Send me an email. We'll make that.
An update about the Blue Eddy.
Update on the Blue Eddy. I don't know what you're talking about. I did the video. What?
Them sending you stuff?
They already know that. You guys know Blue Eddy sent me something. And I got another power generator.
Troy.
Who's leaving? I'm excited about the meetup. Absolutely. Absolutely. And then again in July. So, Bev Kevin's going to be home in July. So I don't know if he's attending. Johnny and Kelly, thank you for going. Oh, thank you. That's right. I'm behind you.
And the thing of it is, like, we've kind of told some of the negative. We saw some positive things. Like, if you knew everything you knew that we experienced during the trip, would you have gone this year, or would you have just said, let's wait?
Oh no, man. Because the really, really major things that I wanted, I was like, thank you, Ricky, for the super chat. Funds for Kelly's bed seatbelt. I'll bungee her in. I promise you, I will not let anything happen to her.
Are you gonna play the panda?
I'm gonna try to.
We're gonna play the panda.
I'm on my phone and my. So she is precious cargo. I would not.
I would probably just take a pillow and a blankie. Yeah. I'm always cold. She's always hot. So I'll probably take a blankie and some pillows and just try to curl up in the seat.
It's funny though. I mean, think about it. When I was little, we had a passenger van. It was probably like a Ford E350, something like that. It was completely gutted. There was a bed in the back. 4 children. We toured for 2 weeks around the whole West, Wyoming, Colorado, Utah, Nevada, Montana, North Dakota, South Dakota, Wyoming, all those places. Me and my 4 sisters on the bed the entire time.
Yeah. We had
alive in the flesh.
We had like an Oldsmobile station wagon that was light yellow with this wood grain, and I'd always be in the back little area, by myself, not belted in. So we survived. Yeah, we survived. So anyway, but we're not gonna let Maddie up there. Maddie can't go up there. If something happened to Maddie, I would not. I would not survive. I think I'd have went, but on a different cruise line. Sounds like Colin had some issues. Yeah, had some staff issues. Now every time we stopped, we were with like a Princess and a what was that other small ship? Norwegian or Seabourn? Seabourn or something. It was also owned by. So yeah. Are from Niagara Falls. There you go. I love Niagara Falls. I love Niagara Falls. I love Buffalo. I saw a funny making it rain with money. Yeah. My thoughts went south. Behave, Troy. Behave. Are you in Oregon? Are you up in Oregon? I don't see. I they must be having a fantastic time because I think that crew. I don't think any of them are on here right now. Yeah, there's none of them on here. Yay. They are partying hard. I'm so. They had a big group. They had a big group. Yeah. And that was so funny. I thought us moving up the trip, you'd be closer because it'd be one airfare. Yep. 5 kids in the car, no seatbelts. Exactly. Type in Alaska. Alaska, if you want to win. Whoop, 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 whoop. I did something because we had 18 entries, and then I did something and we had 3. Is that spelled right? Alaska? If I'm going to be a resident of Alaska, I need to know how to spell it.
Yes, it's correct.
I cannot wait to move to Alaska. I guess I have to finish working here. And
we did see a lot of vans. You know,
yeah,
we saw a ton of vans, like ProMasters, Sprint, Transits, a lot of vans. We were at the O22 yesterday. We did the spaghetti feed. It was a hit. Nice. We loved all the people. Awesome.
That's awesome. Oh, Paul's online. Yay, Paul. I get to meet you in like a day or two. I don't know. Soon. Oh, they had a live stream.
Yeah, I was in the live stream yesterday.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. I know, right? Enjoyed it. Funny that you said Princess and Seaborn was the must be the time. Yeah. Oh, you know, and it's funny because you stop at those towns, Skagway, Juneau, Sitka, Ketchikan, and these cruise lines own the biggest restaurants in town, the biggest hotels in town. So it's like just endless income.
Tell them about the really nice man we met in Skagway that owned that Christmas store.
Oh, we went into a Christmas store in Skagway. The guys lived there for like ever.
34 years.
Everything in the shop, handmade, mostly handmade. Really cool store. Really cool Christmas store. So we like buying local. We like, and we actually did that in a couple of small places. We found something that we like because these guys depend on tourism and tourists that spend money. So, I made sure I bought ice cream in every town I went to.
She keeps the Dairy House of America in business.
I feel like that was fairness.
Tawanda, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Yeah.
All right, how many's in there? Draw it.
Oh, we drawing it?
Okay. Yeah, draw it.
I'm not in the stream, so I can't share the thing.
I'll tell you. I'll tell you who wins.
Should I turn it backwards?
Yeah, turn it backwards.
Okay, let's do this.
Go. Keep going. Oh, Vanderella's in there. Happy Place Camping.
Woo, 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 woo. So she can pick a shirt, a coffee mug, or a beer stein.
A beer stein.
Since we haven't been on
the beer stein is only.
Do you want to give 2 things away?
The beer stein is only Midwest Van Builders.
Do you want to do 2 things?
What do you got on there? What do you have everybody's names on there?
Yeah, I just draw again.
Yeah, go ahead. Feeling lucky? Johnny's dirty. Susan. Sue. I don't know if she's got a t-shirt. She needs a t-shirt anyway.
A t-shirt, yeah.
I'll get her a Midwest Van Builders
one.
She
can pick. Now do that thing where you tell them where to email.
So my email's at the bottom of the screen. Send me an email with your address. And your if you want a Johnny's Journey or a Midwest Van Builders t-shirt or mug or whatever. So is Sue in here? Did we see Sue? Congratulations to the winners. My last week I did a live stream. Amy won, and I just got a notification yesterday that it was shipped, which is good. But we had hardly any internet the entire time we were gone.
Oh, there was no way we couldn't even answer our email. There was no way. So of course, like any show, if you guys have any Van Build questions, and one thing that Johnny's really run into recently was some of the people she's communicating with, and this is kind of how she started her business, like the niche of doing smaller builds or not cookie cutter builds. If you guys have a project like small, even if you think, oh, there's no way she'd work on it, like for sure, if you can get to St. Louis and want to do a day, absolutely.
The one lady said,
from Rayleigh, but go ahead.
The one lady said, they were looking forever and they couldn't find anybody to take on such a small project.
Yeah.
And it literally took us a day. It really was quick and easy. Oh, let's see
And we
here.
love meeting new people. So Rayleigh had a good question.
I'm trying to find it.
What are you testing these days from sponsors?
Oh, I got an Ace Bolt 12,000 watt inverter, and I've got 1,000 watt inverter coming, and I can't remember the company because I don't have it yet. But the Ace Bolt actually it's a 2,000 watt inverter with a 2,000 watt hour storage. But what I like about it, it's got a supercharge, and if your home can charge it, it charged 2,000 watts in like under 40 minutes. So far so good. I'm getting ready to shoot a huge video on these, wiring all different units up to power like the vans or cars or whatever. So hopefully it'll be a good video. But so I'm kind of liking, I'm getting excuse me, I got this tickle in my throat. I'm getting these offers from power bank companies, and I really like that because I want to test them out and then I want to give them away.
Are you doing heater installs now?
I did a heater install. Yes, I did one. The only thing is I contacted Webasto, and I'm going to get certified to install through Webasto, but I haven't. I exchanged emails, letters with the owner. He emailed me back what I have to do. So now I have to respond. I have to do that. So I did do one of the China diesel heaters up in Maryland. It was a pretty smooth install. I did learn a little bit too.
Gas tank or into an auxiliary
I
tank?
did not. I don't want to touch the gas tank, and I don't want to void anybody's car warranty. That's why a lot of times I don't do the DC to DC charging either, because I don't want to void anyone's warranty. And car companies, if they can get out of covering your vehicle for any reason whatsoever, they're going to try.
So two other things. How is the mattress working out for Bobby?
So far, so good.
And would you be interested in an install of a 12-volt AC?
Yeah, it depends on what kind of vehicle, what kind of electrical setup you already have. So if you can send me an email, at the address here, send me an email, let me know what you're wanting, let me know what kind of vehicle you have, and we will talk.
And Tawanda said she'd love to have AC in her little ProMaster City.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
So
that's a small one too. That would be, I mean, you wouldn't need anything major. The Dometic one has a 12 volt I think it's under 5,000 BTUs, but it really depends on what kind of electrical system you have, because the last thing you want to do is pay for an expensive install, pay for an expensive unit, the wiring that goes along with it, and then not have enough battery capacity to run it, for a significant amount of time. And to me, a significant amount of time, honestly, is probably 5 to 8 hours, because more than that, you're really pushing your watt hours, your amp hour band, storage. If you don't have more than 300 amp hours of storage, 300 to 600, you're really not gonna, get a lot out of it.
So JSW wants to share the name of a company with an awesome solar blanket. I said, go ahead.
Awesome.
And Mark Wolf wants to know, are you going to do a scheduled tour of Bobby's ambulance? I didn't even know about that.
Well, I'll tell you what, we are, and it's going to include the mattress review, but we're actually doing a little bit of work on Bobby's ambulance. She was supposed to come over yesterday, but
the heat is
at 8 o'clock in the morning. At 8 o'clock in the morning, it was 93. There was severe heat warnings that are actually on until tomorrow still. Mm-hmm. So we scratched that plan. We're gonna try and do it super, super early one day, but we're working on her ambulance. Then we're gonna tour it, and she's gonna give us a review of the mattress. So
thank you, Blaine.
Want to see more of that setup. Oh, yep.
I know something people are wondering about.
What?
I'm getting better at my IV insertion.
Oh, that's right.
Because I don't drink at work.
Yeah.
I don't bring this to work.
Starting IVs starting IVs are one of those things that, I mean, you have to practice. And when you don't have that many clinicals, because COVID closed all the student clinicals, there is a big difference between a plastic arm with a huge rubber vein in it and a 90-year-old woman that's dehydrated with congestive heart failure.
The only one I didn't get last night was an IV drug user, so I felt pretty proud of that.
Yeah. Question. Someone told me that my 212 light flicker because I don't have battery to keep a stick. Yep. I rarely use them, so don't want to spend $100 on a battery. So what happens, to my knowledge, when you have changes in that volt, that it will cause the lights to flicker. So like when the water pump clicks on in my van, my lights flash, because you've got a big change in the voltage that are passing through. Because 12-volt is DC, and that current actually flows through the wire, where AC just does that vibrate. DC passes through the wire. So then when you've got a big change in that pass through, it creates a flicker. It can. The other thing is that depending on the lights that you bought, if they're made to dim, that can also cause flickering. If you don't have it set up like on a dimmer, that can cause flickering. I do have some puck lights that I've had good luck with. I put them in Patty's van. I put them in Lisa's van, similar. And we don't have flickering. The last van I did, she bought a different light, and in my videos, I noticed some flickering, which is kind of common with LED, but just to the eyesight, I didn't notice any flickering. So lights, LED lights, are kind of finicky.
So the solar company that did a good job for JJ Southwest, Lin Sun Solar, caught that I ordered the wrong controller immediately, emailed me, verified I really wanted or need it. They refunded $200 immediately, and they get their blanket tomorrow.
Nice.
So No Man's Van, thanks for being here. So
is that a solar?
It said solar blanket. I don't know what a solar blanket is.
It must be with my electrical fridge. Compressor comes on. Exactly. Yeah, the compressor comes on, the lights flicker. Absolutely. Lights are just LED, not dimmable. Well, they can be LED and not be dimmable, and they can qualify as dimmers. You don't have to have them hooked to a dimmer. But if you're able to wire them to a dimmer and that they will dim, that's the same thing. So it doesn't have to be that you've got them on a dimmer. They have to be dimmer compatible, and that will cause it. So no flickering with my lights. All good in the van. Awesome. Awesome. Yeah. I knew Patty's was good because that was like
ours flicker.
Ours flicker.
And it's something about the lights themselves.
Because they're dimmable and I don't have them on a dimmer.
Oh, that's
so I may switch them out.
I always wanted dimmer switches.
Yeah. So sorry, some vans do. Yeah.
Oh, like a disco light. Yeah, ours don't flicker like a disco light.
Well, it depends, right? It depends. You may also have a short wire, or one of the LEDs may be bad. If it flickers like a disco light,
that's a little extreme.
Well, it depends, because sometimes ours do that too. It's like you're talking about a complete on off. Mm-hmm. Sometimes the water pump will cause them to, just kind of blink.
Yeah.
They all do that little, it looks like they're vibrating almost. Yeah. Yeah.
It's like a party all the time.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. You have to think about it though. I mean, some people, that could cause you to have a seizure if it did it too much. It could.
So I have something interesting to share with the people.
What?
It is not breaking HIPAA, because all I'm going to say is Saturday night, I took care of an alleged serial killer.
Alleged serial killer.
And all of you that watch Forensic Files and all those crime shows, type in the chat what you're picturing. Like, what is the typical serial killer? Gender, age.
No, because then we're stereotyping. Race. Don't do it. Do not type a word. Don't type. YouTube's going to take it down. YouTube's going to take it down. Do not type it. YouTube's going to.
But okay. So they may or may not be typing it. So
my van has party lights. Yeah. Oh, his does. It would drive me crazy. I'm sure. Absolutely, it does. It drives me crazy. So
what drives you crazy?
The flickering lights. We're still talking about the flickering lights.
I'm talking about the alleged serial killer. So Kaylee said she would have taken care of his ass. And and then Rayleigh says it's your channel, so listen.
Right.
So Kaylee exactly made my point. It was not a man, it was a woman in her 60s.
Yeah, middle-aged white male, loner, heavy metal music. No. Don't anyone type anything else. You guys. She's ridiculous.
I'm ridiculous.
I'm gonna get one of those yellow or red flags. That's crazy about the, yeah, it is crazy. My husband worked as a deputy where they kept us. Oh, well,
I don't know, Samuel
he
Little.
said he was creepy. Well,
I'll have to. I don't know, Samuel Little. I haven't seen that Dateline.
I haven't either.
I love crime TV.
Mm-hmm. I'm an equal opportunity avenger. There you go. There you go. Oh, mercy. What else? What time is it? We're close. We're close to shutting down. How's everybody doing?
93 people, Samuel Little.
93 people killed? All women.
All women. 60
Oh, wow.
confirmed. Wow.
Wow.
He might be the most.
Didn't mean to mislead. AC, I'm considering a small van, but had to have AC. Yeah, absolutely. So I'm just curious if 12-volt AC is even possible for a small van. It is. You can put it anywhere, you know, you can put any unit in any van you want. It's just a matter of you've got a certain amount of roof space. So if you put a 12-volt AC on there, I would get one that you can set it to fan only, which you should be able to, and not put a fantastic fan on there. We were talking about this today because you're going to lose all your roof space. So if you're going to put a AC unit up there, use the fan on it or just open it so you've got some airflow, and don't put a fan on the roof. And then you can put solar up there, because you have to think about it. If you don't have, I mean, at least 300 watts of solar to keep whatever system you have charged, you're only going to be able to run that unit for a couple of hours a day, which might be good. 1, 2, 3 o'clock, that might be good. So it's sometimes that airflow is enough, but I get it.
Maddie says she would like an air conditioner in the van.
Maddie said she wants.
Maddie told me. She told me to tell other mommy.
I had to sit with a young man who was shackled to the bed. Oh, I was in the ER. Guy was driving down the road and backhanded and stabbed his dad. And then in another one, it's just crazy. You just name it, it's crazy. What's the dumb serial killer? Cause there goes the rent.
It was an old woman who was killing her renters.
Oh my gosh.
Somebody put that on there.
Wow, I wouldn't want to camp without AC.
Yeah. Yeah,
it's tough. I did it up in West Virginia. There were a couple of days where I was pretty uncomfortable. I wanted to see Bernadette. I wanted to try and acclimate myself as good as I could, but I don't have a health issue that would exacerbate my, medical condition, because there's people with COPD. There's people with, like arthritis type things. The more they're hot, the more they, you just can't do it. So I totally get it. 5,000 BTU, slow start, air conditioner. Oh, that would be good. So then you can keep with like a, maybe probably a 3,000 watt inverter. But again, I would look for at least 300 amp hours worth of battery storage to run it.
Mark said Maddie's wearing a fur coat. She needs AC.
AC, yeah. Johnny, yeah, you and Kelly write a book. Could write a book. We absolutely could. I wish I would have started when I was a new nurse. And I could probably still write a bunch of it down, but it's so much better when you're on it.
When you're fresh.
Was the person you treated a former nurse?
I think so.
Yeah. I'm wondering what AC would be good for me and Carmen. So I've got a lot of questions. One of the builds that I'm going to be doing next, a lot of questions about an AC unit, and I need to start researching it more. I would go with something that doesn't take up a lot of real estate on your van and uses, like the small, not necessarily the smallest amount of energy, but you're going to burn up a lot of your power, 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the day. And then you've only got a couple of hours there to recharge your system before the sun goes down. But you could charge your system with a generator. You know, you could put a generator on the back of your van, and that would solve that problem. If you're mood stocking or at a campground, problem solved. Bobby's got a window air unit in the ambulance she has no problems with. It's 30 amp. She ran it off the Blue Eddy the other day for 5 hours and had no problem for 5 hours off the Blue Eddy. I was mood stocking before I came home to play nurse. It was 90. AC was a must. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, you guys hooked up. Wasn't hooked up, but used a second alternator to recharge a bit. Yep. Yep. I saw that blue light thing they used to find veins. Cool to see. It's a vein finder. A vein finder. Yep. The staircase was good too. Oh no. Oh, the staircase, the movie. Oh, I don't like scary movies. If that's, it sounds like a scary movie. We think about a mini. Oh yeah, we're thinking about a mini split. Kelly was talking about a mini split earlier. You know, definitely a good option.
Thinking about a miniature Dogtown.
No, mini split. EcoFlow just announced. I did see that on Humble Road. I didn't watch it yet, and also there's one that's just battery operated. I thought he's doing one on. I haven't watched the video yet, but it's supposedly totally battery. So I don't know what kind of battery it has. I'm sure it's lithium. Saw the title. I haven't watched it yet. Me too. That's me too. I like the 24-volt mini split inverter system for a larger IV. Yep, larger RV. The style camper van Kevin used. Saw solar bank for up to 3 days. That's awesome. 24-volt, obviously, yeah, would be awesome. Hobo Check reviewed it. Yes, he did. I didn't see it yet. No, I'm not watching the staircase. Kelly, they want you to watch the staircase in another room that I'm not in. I saw the title. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, no way, no way. All right, guys, what do you think? It's 10:05. We got up here early. We've been hanging out for a while. Any other questions? Any other things you want to say? Kelly's probably coming back. Might not be. Scary miniseries. Oh, I'm reading the same thing again. If there's not any other questions, we'll probably call it a night. My son's got to go to bed. His bedroom is right below me. It's past my bedtime. Felix, me too. I'm tired. I get up early this morning. It's hard for me to, I don't know how I'm going to do it working outside with all the 103 temperatures we've got coming in. Thank you for the stream. Thank you, Kaylee, for being here. You guys can drop your links on the way out. Night Mark, Night Linda, Troy, thanks for being here. Patty, thank you for being here.
I want to keep going. Whoever wants to do the after party, stay on with Vanderella.
She's a mess. She's a mess. Laura's leaving. Yeah, if you got to go, go. If not, we're going to stay just a little bit longer because Adam's got to go to sleep. Think midday sister. Kelly is in the party mood. Party, I know. Party animal, party animal. Nice to see. Yeah, that's what happens. We've been gone for 3 weeks, so we've been off. Hit us up with your. Oh, that's you, Kelly. You cracked me up tonight, which is what I needed. Absolutely, she's a mess. Van travel, anything, just a little longer. Drink fast. Oh my God, here you go. Cheers. There's that cup. There's that cup. That's a pretty nice cup. Midwest van.
Builders.
Midwest van.
Mark Wolf's in the house. He's staying. Whoop, 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 whoop. Mark Wolf needs to come back and go to pool night.
She's a mess, guys. I'll stay. Good night. Night. If you got to go, we'll see you guys. We might hang out for a couple more minutes.
Thanks for staying, Mary.
Party, party, party.
Ready to party, 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 party.
Fill your cup up.
I have such small hands.
Thrifty Angela had I think she had a graduation. I think her smallest boy graduated 5th grade, maybe, or something.
Middle school?
Went into middle school, I think. I have one of those glasses. Yes, you do. I did see that. You guys are rocking your van build too. I saw the solar going up. The reason why you guys are rocking it, just amazing how you're following the details for not having problems down the road. Like doing everything, waiting, not rushing, waiting because you're doing it right. Putting all the proper sealant on after you cut holes, the grommets, doing it right. Going to sleep. See you guys. Yeah, it's a little later here. Absolutely.
So you know what we can talk about? We can talk about the meetup
Yes, we
at
can.
Becoming Bev and her daughter Misty's
Yes.
campground.
Yes.
It's just a little bit south of where we live. Maddie will be there. She's
Yes.
allowed to come to the campground.
Hopefully it won't be too hot.
I'm off that weekend, so it's going to be September 9th,
No more
10th, and
elementary.
11th.
Patty has no glass. She has 2 shirts. I wore your shirt at the Chemical Balloon Fest. Awesome. Awesome. I've watched all, what not to do videos.
That's
Absolutely.
a good idea. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep, absolutely.
Middle school next year. And then is your oldest going to high school, or will it be 2 in middle school? I feel like they might be at least 4 years apart.
Oh my goodness, my cough.
Oh, when are we coming to Oregon? I love Oregon.
We're gonna come next year.
Next year?
We're gonna make it next year to 022.
Yeah.
023.
I just don't know if Goat will be able to come. Goat and or Maddie.
Goat will come.
You think?
Okay. Goat will come. Maddie will come. I need to see the northwest.
Oh, the northwest.
You could fly in.
Beautiful.
I could pick you up in Portland.
Fly me in, yeah. I love the northwest.
Yeah. He's in middle school. Yeah. Yeah. We do.
I almost went and got my master's in Portland, but then when I applied to get my master's of social work, they declined my application and said no thank you. So then that was the end of me going there to get my master's.
Wow.
Aw, thanks, Mary. That's so sweet.
With Johnny Byer.
Aiden's a junior next year. Oh, wow. He's going to be one of those guys that graduate with college degree, like his associates and his high school.
Yeah, and that's what a friend of mine, her daughter's doing the same thing. Yeah.
Wanda, I think it was PSU. Yeah, I think it was PSU. It was in the middle of Portland. Yeah.
Patty, I will be in Quartzsite.
Yeah.
I'll definitely be in Quartzsite.
Absolutely.
I actually will. I'm actually gonna probably do like some kind of a clinic over there when I go. I'll take my tools and probably gonna do a day where if you've got something that you want to participate, like tinkering on, probably gonna bring my tools, work a couple of days, do some like pro bono stuff, just helping some people. So that's a lot closer to be. Awesome. Awesome. Well, I want to go to Joshua Tree. So I don't know if that's closer to you as well, but I want to go to Joshua Tree when we come out.
I've always wanted to go there.
Angela, I hope you got a glass of wine in your hand.
Angela, that's absolutely. Aiden is so smart. He definitely will have his associate's degree.
Yeah.
I've met kids nowadays that start in the workforce and they have their high school and their associates. They did it all at once.
Yeah. I'm in San Diego. How close is San Diego? Kelly loves San Diego. I knew you were in San Diego because I got the.
If I had all the money in the world, we would live in San Diego. But I do not have all the money in the world because you find people have money. So there you go. And so does that guy that owns
Night, Sue.
Amazon.
Good night.
Bayos.
Sue, I'll send you an email. We'll get you a shirt sent out. Joshua Tree is definitely closer. Yeah.
She gets a choice of a shirt.
Yeah.
One of those or a coffee mug.
It's definitely late on the East Coast.
Did you have dinner?
Definitely late. We're gonna be shutting down not before too long anyway.
Maddie had dinner.
Maddie had dinner.
You want to get back up?
He's such a good kid. Absolutely. Yes, I have a glass of wine. It's been a busy day. Time to wind down. Absolutely.
You want to see the people?
I still haven't been there yet. You haven't been in Joshua Tree? We should go. Patty, tell me what do you have a camper? I don't know why I don't know this. Should I know this? Do you have a camper? Do you have something that you could come and stay overnight in if we went to Joshua Tree? Something like that?
I don't know.
Because she's got a couple of other things going on in September, might not be able to make it. We could go to Joshua Tree. That'd be a whole lot closer.
Tree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure. Yep. I have a truck and a trailer. There you go.
There you go.
There you go. Nice. Maddie. Yeah.
Maddie's wanting to be in the show all of a sudden here in the final hour.
Friends just came back from Joshua Tree recent and loved it. I can't wait to go. I need arches, and I need one other one.
Tawanda, I'm a beer girl.
She's
no
a beer
wine for
girl.
me.
I went to Joshua Tree. Y'all went to Alaska. I'm still jealous. Yeah. Yeah.
That would be a cool trip to have Mark go to Alaska with us.
Yeah.
That would be a cool trip, like in an RV or something.
Just the whole caravan thing.
Yeah.
When you come down next year and go to Arizona, I don't know when you're going, but if it's somewhere close to,
cool
we could caravan. Yeah.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Yeah, Bobby's gonna go. She's gonna stay down there longer this time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No offense, she needs to.
Oh, she's Patty's a margarita girl. Another bud for y'all. Yeah. She's
Maddie's
just
so
out of camera's
excited.
view. She's just out of
so
camera's
excited. Her tail's whipping my arm.
view.
Off.
Yeah. Yeah. She's like, oh. You're just very. Oh, there you go.
There you go. Giving Mama the lickies. No licky, Maddie. Well, we just love all you folks that are here hanging out with us. If anybody has any questions,
Puppy, see Maddie. You guys want to see Maddie? Maddie, look at there. Look at there. All right. Oh, cute. Oh, that's you. I'll be seeing y'all in November. November.
Does he?
That's early.
I can't.
Oh yeah, you can come for Thanksgiving if you want.
We can't leave our kids alone for Thanksgiving, but
yeah, no, we'd have to be here.
Yeah, but
yeah,
I mean,
Thanksgiving.
He could come have Thanksgiving with us.
We do Thanksgiving up. We do pretty good. We do a lot for Thanksgiving. We do big. Okay, I can't hang any longer. Everyone have a good night. See you, Felix. Nice video.
Gosh,
I want to go off wheeling.
Maddie missed us so much. We were gone 13 days.
Yeah.
I mean, she's only 12 pounds. I think she lost 13 pounds.
She
lost weight, but it was just her tummy.
Yeah.
So my secret to Thanksgiving is Johnny does the turkey and the mashed potatoes with the girls, and I do all the side dishes, but I do them in crock pots. So we're not fighting for the oven. I have a crock pot recipe for every Thanksgiving side dish.
Mm-hmm.
We might do a live stream about that some night. It'll be fascinating.
I love Thanksgiving. Go all out. Absolutely. Plus, I'll check my email as soon as we're done. Yeah.
Type in your favorite Thanksgiving side dish.
I'll type mine in. I'll probably spell it wrong though. Oh, look at mine. Cranberry orange relish.
That's
apple pie. Yeah, I wasn't even thinking. I wasn't thinking desserts. Mashed potatoes with homemade gravy. Absolutely. Crock pots are awesome. They are. She does the green beans.
I should do a whole
corn
video
casserole
series on
Thanksgiving. Yeah, sweet potato casserole. Just got your live stream. Awesome. Thank you for coming. Stuffing with sausage. Homemade mac and cheese, green bean casserole. I do the turkey, and I don't know, like there's people that really fuss over cooking a turkey. I don't deep fry it. I just cook it in the oven. And it's like the easiest thing ever. I don't know. Of course, I mean, maybe mine's.
Tell them what your secret is. What do you do every so many minutes?
I don't know. No, I just kind of baste it.
Butter.
Everybody bastes their turkey.
Yeah, not everybody does.
Everybody bastes turkeys.
So I have a funny stuffing story.
Green bean casserole.
So I learned this really intricate stuffing recipe from someone along the lines. Takes hours to make. You have to dry bread days ahead of time. I go through all this work the first Thanksgiving I'm with Johnny's family, and the kids are like, "Where's the stovetop?" So that saved me hours of time. It's amazing.
Yeah.
The rest of my life, I don't have.
I didn't know there. Well, my mom used to make stuffing, but
I stove
because I only have one kid. In my defense,
no defense.
One kid out of 4 likes it. So no basting. I love turkey. No basting. I smoke mine good. lot of people are starting to smoke them. A lot of people have been do deep fry.
Thing,
yeah.
So out of the 7 of us, 3 like green bean casserole.
I don't like mushrooms. Otherwise, I like it. I don't.
Well, I put the cream of chicken soup instead of cream of mushroom, but still, you don't eat it that much. But
first time
anyway,
I had to cook a turkey. We burned the outside of the turkey, raw on the inside. Ended up with cereal. Nice. And smoked turkey is awesome. I can't imagine. I bet it is. I bet it is.
We need to buy a smoker. We need affiliates. We need someone to send us a smoker. And Johnny's journey
test it
with bazillions of subscribers, give or take 1,000 or 2, we'll do a review. And if you want to send us to Europe, if you want to send us to Europe on an all-inclusive trip, you will get a great review.
I think homemade stuffing is the best. Kelly, Kelly did. John is in here. Say hi to John.
Hi, John. Oh, hi, John. How are you guys doing? Have you been on any cruises since the pandemic?
Save a turkey, eat pizza.
I'm a vegetarian. Yep. Save a turkey,
eat a cheese pizza. Yeah. I'll eat pineapple and cheese.
Well, you like your Canadian bacon.
Yeah. Mary Jones, I like you even more now than before. We both hate mushrooms.
Hello, corporate representatives. We're here to test any and all products. Batteries included.
No, you're not.
No, there's something she turned down this week. Tell them what you turned down.
The tent? Well, I turned it down. I thought it would be cool, but I turned it down because they wanted the review in 10 to 15 days. I'm not going to do a review in 10 to 15 days and get the video made and posted. I want to try it out. If you're giving me that short of a deadline, you don't want your project tested. You want someone just to unbox it, set it up one time, and say, oh, I love it. It's the best in the entire world. So I love green bean casserole, hate mushrooms. Hello, affiliates. Right. I like green bean casserole. Yeah. Yeah. You might want to take back that statement. You'll get all kinds of
I don't want sex toys.
I mean, yeah.
We don't really go big on the dinner rolls. We just do like croissant rolls.
Yeah, we do like croissant rolls. And a lot of that is because the oven. Now my mom used to make like braided bread. Like a lot of times it would be the night before. We'll wake up in the morning and it would be just hot.
My aunt used to make the best yeast rolls. I don't even know how you make them, but she used to make them. I used to love those yeast rolls.
Yeast rolls.
So out of the 7 of us, only 3 like mushrooms. So I don't really do
there's just no. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know where, we need to find out where Ryan falls on the mushroom scale. I don't know where.
Oh, I bet he likes mushrooms. He's kind of like a health addict.
We went to the Cardinals game.
Braid. What is that? Shayla braid?
It's a certain kind of bread. I don't know if it's what your mom made or not. Yeah, Johnny's really an ethical person about the whole, products and stuff. We need some e-bikes, and my ethics can kind of slide on some e-bikes, but hers are pretty strict.
I used to hate mushrooms until I had fresh ones.
Oh.
I used to. Now I did eat some Brussels sprouts ones not Brussels sprouts. Those are gross.
I'm like, when did you eat Brussels sprouts?
Asparagus. I ate asparagus once. It was broiled or something. And I liked
baked.
And it was okay. I love my I need somebody to send me some e-bikes. I'll test them out.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like a mushroom in this. I 100% agree. The texture of a mushroom. It's like you're eating a snail or a slug. Yeah, Maddie. Yeah. Yeah, I don't like that at all. I don't like the texture. There's things that have a certain texture, and I'm a hard no because I'm like, no way. Yep. Yeah, it tastes like rubber.
I like mushrooms. I like stuffed mushrooms.
Stuffed mushrooms, yeah.
With cheese
or fried,
sausage.
like fried.
The fried mushrooms, like you get like at bar food, they're like not good. They're watery inside. They're not good.
That's probably grease. It's probably olive oil. Maddie, no. Yep. love cooking with mushrooms, but I can't eat mushrooms because I don't like the smell. When I was a nurse's aide, every Sunday they served cream and mushroom soup. And a real good friend of mine worked with me, and she would pass out all the lunch trays, and I would go on break. And because I just couldn't stand the smell, cream of mushroom soup.
This sounds good. We missed this. JJ Southwest. Put cheese in the croissants and swipe with butter and Worcestershire sauce. Sprinkle with crushed potato chips.
Oh.
When we get back from Wisconsin, I'm going to go to the store, buy those things. We'll
take a picture of that.
I'm going to take a picture of that.
Johnny loved mushrooms on everything. Fresh and now sauteed with butter and wine. Yeah, I'm going to order a pizza now. You guys have made me hungry. Yeah,
I'm glad we're like encouraging people's waistlines to increase.
Extra mushrooms.
So Johnny, tell the people what you've been doing to try to lose weight or to lose weight, because you have been doing.
Yeah, we got back from the cruise, and I've just gained so much weight over the last year or two. And so I've been fasting, and obviously my orange juice is not on the fasting list, but I got to be done by 11. So I fast 16 hours and I can eat for 8. I do try and watch what I've been eating. Obviously I'm having a little bit of orange juice tonight, but we'll be hardcore back on track tomorrow. Maddie wants to chat. She sure does. Maddie gets to a point at the end of the night where she's done. She's done. She wants to go to bed. She wants to go upstairs. She wants to go to bed.
Snuggy under the cubbies.
Yeah, and be done with this day. Yeah. So that's the point where she's at. So
she's funny.
Yeah.
Well, it was my fault. We kept you guys longer than we normally do. Yeah. But I just missed you. It's been 3 weeks or 4 weeks, or I worked, so I don't even know how many weeks it's been since I've been on here. So,
garage doors open.
Oh, quick story. I was taking a patient over to a unit in a different department from the ER, and they're like, I saw you on YouTube. You were on your wife's channel. I'm like, yeah, I'm on there every once in a while. So her and her dad build out vans and sell them. So I think what they do is they build the van and then sell it, which is obviously opposite of what we do. Johnny and I have talked about doing that, like building spec vans and then selling it. I don't know if that would be a moneymaker or not, but you think we should do that? Like get a van? Like, I guess if you ever have a hole in your schedule, we should buy a van.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
The thing we like is Johnny's customers get to like customize their van. So a spec build wouldn't really customize that.
Right. I had my neighbor messaged me. My garage door was open, so that was pretty cool.
Now it's closed.
Oh, I think I froze. I'm froze.
Oh, uh-oh.
Me either. There it goes.
Are you guys there? Uh-oh.
No, they're there. They're there.
Who's that, Matt Perry? Oh.
Yeah, our garage door was open.
Now we're back.
Yeah. Hours and hours without eating until
can't get food off your mind.
Oh, yeah. I know exactly how you exactly.
So Mary takes the croissants. I guess she bakes them 5 minutes and then puts stuff on them and then bake them another 10 minutes. I'll have to try that, Mary. That sounds really good.
I would like, and I like kind of like that homemade pizza stuff.
Oh, I made homemade pizzas. Remember when I was on that roll? So what I would do is I would get the Jiffy pizza crust, which is like 59 cents a box. Well, now with inflation, it's $289 a box, but regardless. And I would use olive oil, and I would take 2 boxes and fill a cookie sheet, put the pizza sauce on it, and then put the cheese and meats that Johnny likes. Yeah, those homemade pizzas were good.
Yeah, I love them. I love them. And you know the croissant rolls. I love croissant rolls.
She loves croissant
rolls.
When
Kelly makes like
I make that veggie pizza for work potlucks.
Yeah, and she'll make like chicken pot pie, and she'll make croissant rolls with it. I'll eat 3 croissant rolls just dipping it in the pot pie stuff. I love it.
I used to do pot pie with like the crust, but it seemed like the crust didn't always turn out, or there wasn't enough. So now what I do is I do the filling of the the chicken pot pie filling,
Yeah.
and then I make croissants on the side. So talking about brownies, that makes me think of pot brownies and the patient who was 80-something years old, and her grandson thought it would be funny to give her a special brownie, and she ended up hospitalized. So don't give your grandma a special brownie. It's not funny.
No special brownies. Yeah. Yeah, Himalayan salt on top of them. That sounds good.
That makes me think of chocolate. Chocolate.
Jalapeno bagel, spaghetti sauce with cheese and toppings. I can't eat jalapenos.
No jalapenos. We don't like spicy stuff.
I got a bad tongue.
Take a square of chocolate, wrap in the croissant, bake, drizzle with honey, cinnamon, and sugar. This JJ Southwest needs their own cooking channel. This stuff sounds good. Oh, I like naan too. My favorite restaurant where I used to get naan just went out of business. That's kind of sad.
Yeah.
But I love naan.
Yeah. I don't even know what it is.
I know. It's a bread. You would like it.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's okay.
I use garlic. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I think I'm getting an OMG for sticking my tongue out. Something else that is good. Take a little weenies, wrap them in bacon. Yeah. Yeah.
Little weenies.
Isn't that pigs in a blanket? Isn't that what that's called? Pigs in a blanket? Taste testing at Jay's. Mark Wolf might get a Justin.
We're making all these people so hungry. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Next time we'll send food. What's your DoorDash address? We'll send you something.
We'll send you some food. We went out and there was these little potatoes.
Sugar.
There were these little potatoes.
The purple potatoes. Yeah.
Yeah.
She'd never seen the purple potatoes before. I don't know what purple potatoes are for.
Yeah.
I need to see what their name.
I don't even understand how they were purple. They tasted exactly the same.
No, they're a little bit different, richer.
Yeah. Am I the only one that feels stoned with severe munchies? Have you been eating the brownies?
Purple potatoes taste similar to a russet potato, a little less starchy and moister. I think they're a little richer. Everybody just calls them purple potatoes. You can buy them on Amazon.
You can buy them at Trader Joe's. That's what everybody was responding.
Mashed purple potatoes.
I want something to eat now. Me too.
Pepperoni pizza. Whoop, whoop.
So note to self, don't talk about food at the end of the live stream when you're fasting.
Note to self, just suck it up.
We have to end this at 10:50 so that I can go gorge for 10 minutes in the refrigerator.
2 pounds of purple potatoes, half a cup of whole milk, some butter, salt, ground pepper, and fresh herbs. That sounds easy.
Yeah.
I'm going to make you some purple potatoes as a secret surprise. That would be so cool if we made purple potatoes at Thanksgiving and like surprise the kids.
Purple mashed potatoes. That would be gross.
It tastes good though.
Let's call Alfred. Yeah. Hey, Mega Man Mike, thanks for coming in. We're talking about food now. You missed it.
Yeah. If you have any van questions, let's put them in between the appetizers and dessert.
Yeah. Everybody's hungry now. I had a chicken salad for lunch. It was good. My client drove her van down here from Michigan and then stayed the night near the house at a hotel. And then I took her to the airport today.
Yeah.
So we stopped out for lunch, and we've got a pretty Italian place here that's got some good food. So got her some lasagna so she could drip it on her white shirt before she flew.
Yeah, she said she always drips. It's okay.
Yeah.
So
great live stream. Glad you found. Yeah.
So the restaurant chain, there's like 8 in the chain, and they're all owned by relatives of each other. But yeah, it's good food.
Yeah.
I always get the chicken spadini. It's like a kebab of chicken with a side of pasta and a homemade.
And it's got
salad.
All kinds of spicy stuff on it.
A lot of garlic.
Garlic
and butter. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Vans.
Please, someone talk about vans, please.
So there's these vans. They have extended warranties. Who has an extended warranty? We don't.
The one that I got today, it's used. It's a 17 or an 18.
Well, she bought it in 19. So.
Yeah. And she bought it used, so she bought the extended warranty. So, yeah, it'll be fun. It's a small one and should be a pretty.
It's kind of Transit.
It's a Ford Transit.
Is it mid or high top?
It's a
mid-top,
medium roof. Yep.
Medium.
And the build's going to be kind of neat because she's got like some, cabinets that she bought from a Home Depot or something, or a cabinet store. She
already did the flooring herself.
Yeah, the flooring's done, some insulations in there. I have a van question now that it's time to start putting things in the van.
A tour before you get started so people can see what you actually did.
What's that?
You're going to do photos before you get started so they can see what you did. Okay.
Annette, it's not a bad idea, but the vans are used to being hot like that. Maybe just open up that vent a little bit. You've got the Max Air fan. Open that vent up a little bit, and so that the heat can escape. I don't know if you actually have to run it. We don't deal with 111-degree temperatures here. So
it was 101 today, baby.
111. She's in California.
But 101 ain't that far from 111.
Yeah. If you have the battery capacity, I mean, it probably wouldn't hurt to run it a little bit during the hot hours just to kind of circulate some air through there.
Mark, I have a question for you. What state is your van licensed in? And do you have to take it to the DMV to get it like honored as an RV? Because our state, you have to take it to the DMV to get inspected. Yeah.
It is the Ford Transit high top. For 5'7". It depends what you put on the roof. So I'm just shy of 5'7", and I'm 5'6", and I had no problem. And we put 3/4 inch on the ceiling. So 5'7", you should be good. And that's with a finished out roof of like 3/4 inch tongue and groove is what we put up. So you would have, and I can give you an exact dimension on the Transit in my initial video.
The Ford Transit high roof is 100.
What's the midroof? What's the midroof? And I got a DC to DC charger. It plugs into my trailer to charge new lithium battery in the trailer, but I want to run my AC when I have the truck without the trailer.
The mid roof, the interior width is 70.3. The high, 70.3.
70.3. So
I'm 60 inches.
So that's 70 is
6 foot.
It's 5'10". No, it's 5'10". 72 inches is 6 foot.
I'm 60 inches and I'm 5 foot.
Right.
Oh, 72 would be 6 foot. Okay.
Yeah. So that's 5'10". 5'10".
So and 0.3 to finish it.
Yeah. So then you put 3/4 of an inch on it. So you're good. 5'7", you're good, definitely. Okay, so I got a DC to DC charger to plug into my trailer to charge the new lithium battery. When you've got the truck without the trailer, you've got I connected an inverter to my battery in the van. That's how I charge mine while I'm driving. And you can do that, but you gotta you would have to run that inverter. That's a lot of 2-gauge wire. But that's how I do mine. And then I can charge it while I'm driving. The cigarette lighter port, it only charges at like 100 watts an hour. Your battery can charge it at like over 400 watts an hour. So it's better that way. Some people are like, it's just like connecting an inverter. Like if you were in a boat or a cabin or something like that. But with yours being probably under the hood of the truck, you got to run the wire through. So that's your only complication. And then just take it straight to an inverter and then plug your Blue Eddy into the inverter. And you can just don't get the 750, get a 1000 watt, so you don't have any problems with it. And then you can always put a inline fuse off of your battery. So if it's a new truck, you don't want to avoid your warranty. So if you ever have to have a truck work on, just pop that off before you take it in. And Patty, if you have, if you want, we can talk about that. If you're not sure what I'm talking about, you can email me and we'll exchange numbers. It's an old truck. Good. Yeah, we'll exchange numbers. And I can talk to you. And I don't know if if you do the work, or whoever did your DC to DC charger could help you with it. But it's just, and they could run it through, down by the floorboard. So you wouldn't even have, wires coming through the door. What's a good solar suitcase that can work with any power station? I just got the Bouge RV 1100 watt, looking for a sale now on the solar. Well, obviously, I'm kind of a fan of Blue Eddy. The suitcase that they've got is 35 pounds. It's about 35 inches by 24, which is a good size. And then, thank you, Mary Jones. Thank you for that super chat. And so it's like 37 volts. Let's see here. Let me play this for Mary Jones real quick here, guys. So whatever system that you've got has like a maximum watt input. So you just want to make sure that you don't exceed the maximum watt input. That's why the suitcase solar systems, most of them are pretty small. Blue Eddy's got the real small ones that unfold that are like 200 watts. You probably want to get 2 of them. They also have the 350. It's the PV350 panel, which is also nice. I've got a Renergy one. It's a suitcase. It's huge. It's huge and it's heavy. That's the only reason I don't push that one a whole lot. It's 200 watt and it's probably twice the size as my Blue Eddy 350 watt. So that one's pretty good. So depending on if you're just charging 1,000 watts, you could get away with a 100 watt foldable panel. And you can get all kinds of them. It doesn't have to be like, a name brand. I mean, a lot of them there's a lot of good companies making them out there now. What warranty issues is so real? That warranty issue is so real. I have seen Dodge not repair a transmission under warranty because the customer installed a temperature gauge on it. That's crazy. I mean, that's crazy. Somebody was in one of the chats one time. I don't know if it was mine. And they said, oh, you can't put a gray tank underneath your van. And I was like, why would you not be able to do that? They said, oh, it'll void the warranty. That's crazy. There's no way. There's no way.
So, BCT, I might have that slaughtered.
I really like the Bouge RV 120 watt. Yeah, absolutely.
Was wanting to know about a good resource to get Ford Transit vans. Lisa got hers from the Enterprise Rental people.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
it's really, and it depends on if you want a used one, if you want a new one. Again, like you said, and a lot of times there's RV groups that you can join on Facebook. A lot of people in there are, they'll post it there before they post it on like Facebook Marketplace or something.
Mm-hmm.
I've got 2 of them and they can be wired in series. Yeah. Oh, that's the yeah. So she's got the 9BB. That's 120 watt. And then you hook those up, whether you hook them up in parallel or hook them up in series, depending on the system that you've got that you're charging. Some things won't charge if it's not at 12 volt or 24 volt. And you've got 2. And the thing about getting a smaller panel, you can hook them all together in series or in parallel. And they're smaller to maintain. They're smaller to get in and out of your vehicle. They're smaller to store. The one that I've got, it fits upright in the back door. My 200 watt Renergy one, I don't even take. I can't take it with me. It's too much.
Big panels.
Yeah.
Those first ones we bought. Yeah.
One of our clients, but yeah. Sorry, I'm reading real quick. Yeah, so it really depends. But just make sure you don't go over what your maximum input capacity is on the system, the battery that you're trying to charge. What state are you looking for in Ford? You know, and if you're looking for a Transit, you know, I don't know if you're looking for an old one or a new one. Try and get one of those front wheel drive ones. That would be sweet.
Or all-wheel drive.
Or all-wheel drive. Yeah, that would be sweet.
I just typed into Facebook Ford Transit for sale and a ton of stuff popped up.
Really? On Facebook?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The only thing is you're probably going to be paying more right now.
Oh,
and a lot of them are built out. And I'm telling you what, there's some people out there that, you know, it's like they're terribly overpricing their builds.
Mm-hmm.
And because people are buying them.
Well, you have to look at the components, you know,
all-wheel drive is the best, correct. I purchased a ProMaster City at a wholesale dealer. Awesome. That would be awesome. If I was, the only thing is, you know, when you're, depending on what you're using it for, when I was like, you know, using mine for at work during the snow, I just really not being able to stand up in there.
Oh yeah.
Really started to get to me. It really started to get to me.
BTC, not to be like biased or anything, but New York is probably like a higher cost of living.
Yeah.
You might be able to fly to the middle of the country and get something cheaper.
Yeah.
Even including the airfare.
Yeah. So, I bought mine out of North Carolina.
If there would ever be anything near St. Louis, just email Johnny and I if you want us to kind of
and
go
we
out
can go and check on it
first.
Yeah.
Oh, 2020 and newer for
for all-wheel drive. Yeah.
That's what I thought we knew. Yeah.
Tawana got hers in Oregon.
Cool.
Yep. Yeah, all-wheel drive would be the way to go if you can get it. In my opinion,
you can get it.
That's what I would. You know, it'd be worth the extra. It'd be worth the extra.
Just real quick for the audience, just tell them a little bit about what you found different between building out a Transit versus a ProMaster. Not that you have a preference or anything, but just...
and I'm not saying because I would never want to like influence one over the other, but obviously I feel like all these vans, you know, there's known issues. There's ProMasters have some transmission issues, depending on how you're driving. I mean, just it could be
if
just
it was a delivery vehicle, which, like, no offense,
constant
vans.
These guys are driving around this crazy.
Not their van.
So you know, every vehicle, whether it's Ford's, whether it's Ford, Ram, Sprinter, whatever, there's known issues with them. I like the front wheel drive of the Ram ProMaster compared to the Transit. The Transit with the all-wheel drive, I would love. I like the squareness of the ProMaster, and it's wider. The Transit is taller though. If you've got somebody that's tall, their tall is tall. It's a narrower and it kind of tapers more than the ProMaster does, but the Transit is easier to frame out because of the way the interior ribs are. But Transit has their wires on the outside of their van. So when you climb into the cab of a Transit, you've got this black channel on the living part of the van, and beneath there is a big coil, it's a big coil of all kinds of wires. And that goes to so instead of passing all those wires behind the rib, they've got them attached to the outside of the van. So you have to frame over them. You also have to frame over them to a point where, if for some unknown reasons, somebody may have to get in there someday. So that I didn't like that. ProMaster, when you get out of the cab and you go to the back, it's got a step down. The Transit does not. So I like that. I like the Transit that doesn't have to step down. The ProMaster, if you build that out a little bit so that when you turn your seats around, your feet touch the ground,
that'd be nice.
Then you're taken away from the space that you have on the entry door, or you can taper that in. So it's an issue, so there's all kinds of.
The interior height of a Ford Transit low roof is 56.9.
Yeah. That's a low roof.
Well, I'm 60 inches.
Yeah.
Oh, so that one.
Yeah, so it's low.
I was like, oh, that's a little bit off.
I can stand up in there.
But then
I just purchased
an
08 20 passenger fiberglass wide body 6.0 Chevy, and it 16 miles to the gallon uphill Mine probably gets 9 uphill, if that. Mine averages 15.9 built out. I'm at about 80. I'm a little over 8,000 pounds. Because a lot of times when I'm driving, I don't carry water. I may carry a couple of gallons, and then I always carry my little drinking thing. So,
you know how we were just talking about van prices?
Yeah.
And I pulled up this resource and I shared it with BTC. This Ford Transit low roof, the sticker price is $53,920. They're selling it for $62,900.
9,000 over sticker price for a low roof. 62,000 for a low roof. That's ridiculous.
Well, that's what this other person commented.
That's ridiculous. Ridiculous. For staying on, it's a lot of fun. Thank you, Angela. Pizza. She ordered pizza. That's
she ordered
funny.
some pizza.
Oh,
does it have mushrooms?
I had no mushrooms. The 1-ton dually, nice. Van will haul a lot of weight, has electrical doors, and a wheelchair lift. That's awesome.
I can't believe it. We have a brand new 2022 Transit available. Won't last long. 999,000 Idaho Falls. Brand new off the dealer lot. Nothing built in it. It is a high roof. 77,000.
77,000.
And you ain't got a toilet or nothing in there, baby.
Just a metal van.
Got a lot of
crazy.
It's got a second row seat though, which I guess people would.
2015 Transit 250 mid-roof. I love it. I'm 5'10". It's perfect for me. I chose this van because I plan on making it 4-wheel drive as my last mod. That would be cool. 4-wheel drive would be cool. And then lift that up a little bit. Oh my gosh.
You know how people always talk about time
small
machines?
But great for business. Absolutely.
If I could go back in time, I would go to 2019 and buy as many cargo vans as I could.
Right.
Yep. And we'd have I don't know what we'd have, but we'd have them somewhere and you'd be building them out.
That's a lot of money. What I paid. I've got 70,000. I still put, yeah. That's crazy. I saw that an old 97 Ford Econoline for sale in the parking lot. 2,000. Beat up work van. Yep. That's
Fiona.
Like that, yeah. Yeah. That's crazy. Vans are so crazy. That's probably one of the biggest surprises ever is how much vans have gone up.
This is a low roof, 15 passengers, so it's got all those seats in there. 61,000 miles, $36,000. That's a lot of money.
I could have my own home for that. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. What was I gonna say?
I don't know. It's in your head.
Like even our van, the price that I could sell that for, but the problem is then it's hard to find, and they're over MSRP. Now they're over 10,000 over MSRP. I had a Ford E150 van built into a tiny home during the pandemic where I lost everything because of it. So I lived in the van for about a year, stayed with my son for a few months, and it was stolen.
Can you imagine?
I can't even believe people. I can't believe people.
Linda, did they ever find it?
Yeah, did they ever find it?
Oh my gosh, that would be awful.
It's crazy. People are crazy.
What? If you went to one area of the country and stole plates off of something else, went to another part of the country. Those all-point bulletins, would it ever catch up to you?
Yeah.
That is awful.
That is so sad.
Oh, Troy's back. Thank you, Troy.
If I would have had a 4-wheel drive, I'd probably tear my house apart before you're happy on front-wheel drive.
How funny.
Yeah, never found it.
That is awful.
That is crazy. That's
awful.
Mean people suck. Absolutely.
And then insurance doesn't cover all the builder stuff,
No, it doesn't. Yeah. Well, I did. You can put a rider on your insurance. Yeah. So say you've got 20,000 in your build, you can put a $20,000 rider on it. You just have to send them pictures. Mm-hmm.
Oh, good.
Yeah, you just have to send them pictures of your van, show them what you did, because the replacement value.
Yeah.
That is so crazy. That's so crazy. Guys, why don't we in about 8 minutes in this at 11 o'clock? Okay. Yeah, let's end it at 11 o'clock. Okay. We appreciate you guys hanging out with us.
Guess who has to work in the morning? I go in for meetings tomorrow at 8:30 Central Time.
I totally forgot you worked in the morning.
Yeah, good thing I only had three
I did too. I
60
didn't
ounce
care.
beers.
I have to work too. It's so funny because I don't have a schedule to, you know,
Yeah.
that alarm can buzz 4 or 5 times before I get out of bed if I want.
If I clock in after 7 minutes, then it's an occurrence.
Oh, no occurrences. No occurrences.
No,
I bought
no
my van.
occurrences.
I bought my van Transit for $15,000 before the pandemic. The same van is in worse condition, $30,000 exactly.
Yeah,
exactly. I'm so grateful that I bought it when I did. Absolutely. The van that I'm working on right now, she just delivered it today. She bought hers right before the pandemic and slid right in under that good price.
Yeah, she did.
So her van is already probably, you know, not quite double, but
Yeah.
Again, it's 10,000. It's already appreciated. $10,000. Cars don't appreciate; they depreciate.
Well, you know, that's something, and this is an old statistic going back 2 months ago.
Oh, it's an alarm clock.
Used cars were 40% higher than they were a year ago. You know what I mean? So
yeah. That's why I have my old truck.
The bad thing about that is really not going all socialist on everybody, but really that really hits the lower economic people way harder than the higher economic people, you know, that are making a good paycheck.
Yeah.
So
I'm a huge fan of having a car and keeping it and paying it off and seeing how long I can go without a car payment. I love doing that. It's been a little while since before I bought the
you had your truck paid off before we got the van.
So I had a Durango for 11 years. So gouging, absolutely. And unfortunately, as long as people keep buying the vans, they're going to keep doing it. They're going to keep doing it. Price me right out of the market. Absolutely. Right now. Exactly. Who knows? And honestly, as long as people keep paying this price, when the time comes that they do bring it down, it'll never be back to where it was. You'll never be able to get a van for $40,000 again.
This is making me sick. 2021 Ram ProMaster High Roof, 16,000 miles, $52,000. So it's already got miles on it.
Yeah, 16,000. Honestly, that's, as far as what we've been finding, that's about the best deal we've found so far.
It's also black, which is bad for hand build.
Yeah. My Durango is 17 years old, failed inspection, can't afford to repair it. Oh, emissions. Did it fail emissions or safety?
Not everybody has the same inspection. So
Toyota Tacoma picked up 274,000 miles, still going.
This is crazy. This is a low roof.
2014
Chevrolet Express, 42,000 miles, 41,500. That's crazy.
I do have my life, and that's very important. Yep, it's just sad that it's taken from my sons. Absolutely.
That is so sad, Linda, that somebody would steal your home.
My tall camper shell that I'm getting is $6,700. Oh, a tall camper shell for the back of the truck.
Oh, that'd be cool.
So cool.
That'd be cool to build out.
That would be a cool build out. That'll be a cool build out. I actually saw a video where a guy and his dad actually built the entire shell. It was heavy, but I mean, he had like a dual wheelie and stuff. It really turned out nice.
So this is puzzling. This is a Mercedes-Benz Sprinter.
59,000.
11,000, 60,000. So I feel like people are getting the word that these Sprinters are hard to get worked on.
Yeah.
Because the Sprinters
those
are
lower.
skyrocketing, and like the Transits and the ProMasters.
Yeah. It is getting, like, a lot of people that have been having to order their vans. It's the wait time for a lot of them is getting less.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, they're getting that VIN number a lot quicker now. Well, you know, there was a lot of shortages for a while.
Yeah.
I will buy another one and start over, but it'll take time. Absolutely. That's crazy. I hate people. Sometimes people do. They stink. I'm so lucky I bought my 19 high roof permit. Absolutely. Yeah, that's a good deal. And Arizona back. You had a good run with it your first year. I'm a little my little old van seems better all the time. Absolutely, Linda. Absolutely. Yep.
Look at this one.
What do you think about the concept of recycling water systems in a van? I'm not sold on it yet. I just really don't know. I feel like even that we've been hearing some problems with the system recycling the water.
I mean,
I just feel
we
like
don't use that much water. Like,
yeah,
when I
we
first
don't.
saw that Kurt and Snow's video about that, I was all about that too. And you're
Yeah.
like, I wouldn't even know how to engineer that. And then it
Right.
was like, we don't. I mean, we're not using that much water that we personally need to do
If
it.
you're one of these ones that you've got a full shower in there and you're using that shower daily or every other day or something like that, it might be something to consider. I haven't done a lot of research on it, just a couple of YouTube videos, and I know that there's been some people that kind of had some issues with it. Talked to the guy who was watching auctions, flew to Colorado, bought a van unseen. Yeah, the first time in my entire life when I bought goat, we had not seen it. We saw it online. I talked to the guy multiple times. He walked out there, took pictures, sent them to me, and I bought it because it was silver. The price was phenomenal.
Well,
it had
before the increase.
it was before the increase, and it had 15 miles. It was supposed to have 15 miles on it, so perfect.
If anybody's been watching us for a while, when we got it, it had way more than 15 miles plus the transit miles, but we did finally, after 3 months, get money back.
Yeah.
So that was not really a testament to buying sight unseen.
Yeah.
But the whole auction thing's different. But that was a fraudulent dealer.
Mary, say goodnight. Good night,
Mary.
Good night, Mary. We're gonna head off here in just a minute, guys. Yep. Thank you.
I'm just always so enthralled by all these prices.
Well, they're so overpriced. Well, you have to think about it. Somebody was saying, even Humble Road, to get a van built out like that is just crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy expensive.
Totally.
Thanks for doing this. Love chatting with you guys. Thank you so much for stopping in, BTC.
Thanks
Good
for
chatting with you.
People.
Yep. All right, guys, we're going to shut this down. We'll see you guys next Tuesday. Try to catch the premiere. I'll probably do that video as a premiere. Super modification to a ProMaster Zion van. Just a one-day project with a couple ladies. Got them hands on. It's going to be a super cool video. So we'll see you guys next week.
I don't know if I work next Tuesday. If I don't, I'll see ya.